times acceleration. The effect of this magical power can last for 1 year. It can help beast girls with lower realms to speed up their cultivation. In 1 year, he goes through a cycle with many beast girls, and in the next year, he can use the time acceleration magic power to give the beast girls who are behind in realm. Xiaoyi can only use this skill 3 times. The power of the origin of time in his body is only enough to use this acceleration skill at the maximum intensity 3 times. Nangon Seo didn't feel anything because the changes in the outside world were not obvious. Seeing that she was immersed in cultivation, Xiaoyi left quietly. He teleported through space and arrived at the extremely cold area in the north of the Spacetime Palace Super Continent. The 2 beast girls, Yunbing and Yunxi, were separated and located on the east and west sides of the extremely cold zone respectively. The enthusiastic Yunbing found the origin of the rules of the thunder at Reboot in the galaxy realm. He was sitting cross-legged around the original body, but he did not enter the state of cultivation. Instead, he was waiting for something. She grumbled, "Xiaoyi is such a jerk. I've been waiting for weeks but he didn't come to see me. Wasn't he supposed to come to us once before we started practicing? Did he change his mind this time? Forget it. I won't wait any longer." Yunbing put aside his worries and planned to absorb the original power of the thunder at Reboot rules to practice. At this time, a handsome young man appeared in her sight. Yunbing was very surprised and said with a smile, "Oh, I actually found a wild boy in this desolate wilderness. Yunbing, am so lucky. I like wild boys best." She reached out to grab the wild boy with her little hands, like an eagle grabbing a chick, and her eyes were filled with excitement. The handsome young man was stunned, then turned around and wanted to leave, trying to escape from the clutches of a certain woman, but Yunbing was faster, and he directly hugged the handsome boy in his arms, laughing, "Xiaoyi, you still want to run, but can you outrun me? I am not only a space-type practitioner, but also a lightning-type practitioner. My speed is unmatched in the entire universe." Xiaoyi had no choice but to look up and see Yunbing's beautiful face. He said, "From this angle, you're not afraid of being sniffed." I was spotted with a double chin. Yunbing was not afraid at all. His eyes were bright, and he said, "I don't have a double chin. I'm naturally beautiful. Xiaoyi, you can't fool me. Tell the truth now. Where have you been these weeks?" Xiaoyi smiled and said, "Go find other beast girls." Yunbing's face froze and he complained, "Why don't you come to find me and Yunxi? But look for other beast girls first. Is it because I don't have a good figure, or a pretty face, or a personality that you don't like?" Faced with the issue of death, Xiaoyi dealt with it easily. The more important it is, the last outcome. You also know that the finale and the last one are the most important. This kind of words came out of his mouth casually, and it was obvious that Yunbing was very fond of it. Yunbing didn't care whether this was true or not. Xiaoyi saying this to her now meant that Xiaoyi still cared about her. "You passed. I didn't wait too long, just 3 or 4 weeks. I can still wait for this little while. Xiaoyi, stay with me for a while. After a while, when I am satisfied, you can leave. How about that?" Xiaoyi nodded. Yunbing was a relatively mature queen, with a mature mental age and personality, and was very independent. She is not comparable to Nangon Xiao, Huangfu Xiangling, and Yizier. She doesn't act like a little girl and is very mature and steady in her approach to things. Yunbing smiled and said, "Xiaoyi, tell me honestly, how do you feel about me? Do you only have thoughts of mating with me?" She was like a smiling tiger, with dangerous light flashing in her eyes. Xiaoyi shook his head. "Of course not. You have a fiery personality, which is very special. You are also reliable in your work. You are not just a pretty girl with a pretty body. Of course, I can't just have the thought of procreation for you." Yunbing was very satisfied and said, "But now, I only have thoughts about you and want to reproduce. Xiaoyi, what do you think you should do?" Before Xiaoyi could open his mouth to speak, his mouth was blocked. He started a decisive battle with Yunbing right there. 128 hours later, Yunbing let Xiaoyi go and said, "Yunxi is 10 light years away. Go find her. Don't let Yunxi wait too long." Xiaoyi nodded. He was a little surprised when passing through the extremely cold land. Yizier, who was only in her 20s mentally, and once was a weak girl with a disastrous physique, is actually in the center of an extremely cold place. At this time, she has awakened the original body of the Furyui class and has entered a state of cultivation. This weak girl has changed a lot now. To be specific, my personality has changed a lot. I am no longer as weak as before, but have become strong. In the past, Yizier relied on her father Yitai for everything. but now it is Yi Tai who relies on her. Some things that are difficult for the Holy Realm to handle are left to Yi Zier to handle. For Yi Zier, who is in the domination realm, handling those matters can be said to be extremely easy. Xiao Yi passed by here. Yi Zier, who was immersed in cultivation, woke up immediately. She looked around, stood up, and said happily, "Brother Xiao Yi, I know you are here. Don't hide anymore. I want to see you." Xiao Yi emerged from behind an iceberg and said with a smile, "Girl, you reacted pretty quickly. I saw you were practicing and didn't want to disturb you, but you found me first." Yi Zier threw herself into Xiao Yi's arms, hugged him tightly, and a happy smile appeared on her little face. Dai Dai smiled and said, "Brother Xiao Yi, you are so good to Zier. Not only have you made Zier the pride of the family, but you also care about Zier so much." "Thank you." Xiao Yi touched her head and said, "The pride of the family? I remember that you were rejected by everyone around you before." Yi Zier smiled and said, "That was in the past. Now everyone in my family wants to please me. I am no longer the disaster star. I am now the lucky star. Everyone in Jinling City calls me the goddess of luck." Xiao Yi nodded. Yi Zier's attributes are blessing and curse. In the past, she had no control over herself, and her curse-like abilities could be passively triggered at any time. But now she can control all her abilities by herself. So it is no exaggeration to say that she is the goddess of luck. A blessing ability can make an ordinary person rich overnight, pick up treasures in a cave, and win $1 million Spirit Stone prize by picking up money when going out. The cursed ability that can bring bad luck to a person, causing him to choke to death when drinking water, and causing oxygen poisoning when breathing. The two hugged and chatted for 2 hours. 2 hours later, Yi Zier's eyes were drawn and she said expectantly, "Brother Xiao Yi, please take Zier. Zier is thirsty." Chapter 683, Universe Level. Yi Zier is a gentle young woman who knows how to take care of people. After 128 hours, Xiao Yi will be let go. Looking at Yi Zier, who had entered a state of cultivation, whose realm was still at the first level of the domination realm, Xiao Yi cast a time divine power that accelerated the time 1,000 times. Just left. For the blue star in the past, the realm of domination was already a realm in dreams. But for the current blue star, the domination realm is still very weak. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to seize the time to practice and work hard to become stronger. Xiaotishin to the other end of the extremely cold land. In an ice lake, Yunxi was soaking in the ice spring. Suddenly, she spotted a man standing on the shore. She set up an isolation barrier around this icy lake so that she could soak in the icy spring with peace of mind. Seeing the blurry figure, Yunxi knew who was coming. She hooked her finger and called out, "Let's soak in the ice spring together." The temperature here is as high as 120 degrees, which is perfect for a bath. It's very comfortable. Xiao Yi was dumbfounded. Taking a bath at 120 degrees? Is this masochism? What kind of fetish is this? Yunxi? He tried. Without using any energy. Simply sinking one foot into the icy water. Hiss. Xiao Yi took a deep breath and shuddered all over. Cold. Extremely cold. It's freezing cold. But looking at the white spot in the center of the ice lake, Yunxi's expression was natural and she seemed to be enjoying it. Xiao Yi said secretly. Yunxi must have used energy or the power of rules to resist the cold. But the next second, the single foot still immersed in the ice water felt comfortable. Xiao Yi shouted happily. Comfortable. Very comfortable indeed. He found that the origin of the ice attribute rules in his body was taking effect. The ice spring that originally looked freezing cold now feels like a hot spring, bringing people enjoyment and fun. Xiao Yi suddenly realized. It turns out that it is the ice attribute that causes Yunxi to like soaking in ice springs. Yunxi's attributes include space attribute and ice attribute. After signing the contract with Yunxi, his body also gained ice attributes. Tear. Xiao Yi took off his armor, and was left with only a pair of red shorts, then jumped into the ice spring with a plop. Comfortable. The 120 degrees spring is actually more comfortable than the 28-degree hot spring. He swam to the side of Yunxi and said with a smile, "Sister Yunxi, you are enjoying it too much. Everyone is practicing, but you are soaking in the ice spring." Yunxi said calmly, "I'm waiting for you. The ice-attributed galaxy realm rule origin is right next to it. I've also found the space-attributed root, but you haven't come to my place for a long time, so I thought I would practice after you arrive." Yunxi may have a cold personality, but she also needs company. Xiao Yi nodded. "I will accompany you for a week first, and then you can practice after a week." Yunxi leaned lightly on Xiao Yi's shoulder and smiled faintly. "Xiao Yi, my parents have been settled in the Demon City base city. Everything has been settled. If you have the chance in the future, come to my house to meet our parents. They are very grateful to you for saving them and want to thank you in person. Xiao Yi said, no problem. It's just that the blue planet may not be safe right now. I have to find a way to protect all the beast girls' loved ones. Yunxi frowned. We are all in the domination realm. Could it be that the wild beasts are stronger than us? Xiao Yi nodded. Yes, not only the wild beasts, but also all the races in the universe are stronger than us. Because of the emergence of the desolate realm, all races in the universe will definitely come to Blue Planet. We must take protective measures in advance, especially you beast girls' relatives. Yunxi, who originally had little interest in becoming stronger, instantly became interested in practicing after hearing this. No wonder you asked us to come to the Palace of Time and Space to practice so quickly. I will work hard to become stronger, protect my family, and guard Xiao Yi. Yunxi said seriously. When Xiao Yi first came to Kunpang College in the Magic City-based city, she was the bodyguard protecting Xiao Yi. Whether it was protecting Xiao Yi in the Demon City City Lord's mansion to repel the elders of the Yi family, or the danger of Han family leader Hong Dingtian, she was protecting Xiao Yi. Now Xiao Yi is at the 10th level of the domination realm, which is higher than her realm. He no longer needs Yunxi's protection. She puts the thought of becoming stronger aside for the time being and lives a good life. But now, the realm of the domination realm is enough. Xiao Yi and his family may be in danger at any time, and she will definitely take the initiative to shoulder the responsibility of protecting Xiao Yi again. Xiao Yi smiled and said, just focus on your cultivation. I will take care of the safety issues. In fact, security issues are very easy to solve. Lock up all the beast girls' loved ones in the Palace of Time and Space. Once their lives are in danger, the Palace of Time and Space can promptly bring them into the super world and place them in villas around the super palace. The supercontinent of the Palace of Space and Time is as big as trillions of light years. If the relatives of these beast girls are willing to train or do other things in the supercontinent, it is no big deal. The beast girls' relatives are of good character, and will not casually reveal things about the Palace of Time and Space. To take a step back, even if someone in the universe has set his sights on the Palace of Time and Space, he wants to threaten the humans on Blue Star, Xiao Yi is not afraid. At most, he can take all the people of Dragon Country into the Palace of Time and Space and let them survive and reproduce in the supercontinent of the Palace of Time and Space. The supercontinent is so big that if more than 1 billion people were thrown into it, not even a drop of water would emerge. Of course, if he really wanted to do that, Xiao Yi would definitely set some restrictions, prohibiting these people from seeing the original appearance of the core origin of the Palace of Time and Space, the Super Hall, etc. Xiao Yi, please cherish me. Yunxi has a fever, and people with cold personalities also have desires. Xiao Yi satisfied her. 128 hours later, the origin of space was awakened, and Yunxi and Yunbing both entered a state of cultivation. Xiao Yi left to look for the next beast girl. That's all. Each beast girl stays with me for between a week and a month, and a cycle lasts less than a year. Xiao Yi will accompany each beast girl at least once every year, and on the beast girl who was at a lower level, he used a time magic that accelerated the time by 1,000 times. The time spent practicing and accompanying each other passed very quickly. Year after year passed, and in the blink of an eye, 3 million years had passed. All the beast girls returned one after another to the super hall in the center of the Palace of Time and Space supercontinent. Cheng Bingxi, Nangong Xiao, Lu Ya, Yunbing, Ziran, Yunxi, Yiziar, Gu King Cheng, Destiny, Gods, Reincarnation, Gods, Ancestor Empress, Huangfu Xiangling, Time Empress. There is also Zhangzu Nan, the human form of the starry sky giant beast. They all had ruddy complexions, were in high spirits, and walked into the super hall with their heads held high. Nangong Xiao put her hands on her hips and said proudly, everyone, I, Nangong Xiao, have already reached the second level of the galaxy realm. How about it? Are you envious? Yiziar covered her mouth and laughed. I am also at the second level of the galaxy realm. Huangfu Xiangling chuckled. I am at the third level of the galaxy realm. Nangong Xiao was stunned. No, everyone is at the second level of the galaxy realm. Shouldn't you be at the first level of the galaxy realm? Chengbing she raised her eyes and said, Saya, oh, the second level of the galaxy realm is considered low. I have reached the fourth level of the galaxy realm. Zhang Zunan has reached the sixth level of the galaxy realm. The ones with the highest realm should be the Time Queen and Mu Qingzu, but I don't know what their realms are. At this time, the Time Empress and Mu Qingzu came back. Mu Qingzu smiled and said, sorry, I'm at the universe level, one level higher than the galaxy level. The women were stunned. Nangong Saya? So, she is the lowest one? Chapter 684 All Galaxy Realm. The highest universe level. The beast girls were shocked. Oh my god. The Time Queen, King Zhu, is actually at the cosmic level. Universe level? Is it a realm above the galaxy level? It sounds very impressive. We are only at the second level of the galaxy realm. And you two are at the universe level? You are one major realm higher than us. The Time Empress and Mu King Zhu smiled sweetly. When they are practicing, they can use time acceleration at any time. The fastest time acceleration in the domination realm is 1,000 times acceleration. And in the galaxy realm, it can be accelerated 10,000 times, while others practice for 1 year. It is equivalent to 10,000 years for the two of them. After 1 million years, they have practiced for more than 100 million years. After practicing for so long, he finally reached the first level of the universe. When they reach the cosmic level, the time acceleration they can use is even more terrifying, reaching 100,000 times acceleration. The practitioners of time at Reboot are so terrifying that they come with their own practice plugins. Gu King Cheng, the spirit of destiny and the ancestor of the female ancestor, came in from outside and said with a smile, "The three of us are now at the 8th level of the galaxy realm. We are the group at the highest level, right?" Nangong Sayo had a sad face and said dejectedly, "I am still the one with the lowest realm. Only the second level of the galaxy realm. Why are you practicing so fast? Aren't we all at the mythical level? And Xiaoyi gives me time to speed up from time to time. The highest level is cosmic level." Cosmic level? The god of destiny looked at the Time Empress and Mu Qingzu with some surprise. Universe level. You can be the controller of a first-rate force. Xiaoyi joked. "Saya, you are the one who practices least seriously. I think my time has accelerated your blessing. You rest for at least 2 months a year. Others have been practicing continuously, but they are not lazy like you." Nangong Sayo's mouth shrank. And she said embarrassed lie, "I need to set aside some time to learn cooking and learn to be a gentle and virtuous wife. I'm not a cultivation machine. How can I cultivate all the time?" Xiaoyi was speechless. Nangong Saya was right. Beast girls are not training machines. It seems that he needs to speed up the process and improve the talents and qualifications of these beast girls and gods. From the mythical level to the avenue level, the speed of cultivation should be able to be accelerated several hundred times. In the future, you won't have to practice for so long. Soon, all the beast girls returned. Cheng Bingshi counted the realms of many beast girls. Nangong Sayo and Yizia are at the second level of the galaxy realm. Liu Ya and Huan Fu Xiangling are at the third level of the galaxy realm. The ancestor of the god of destiny, Gu Qingcheng, Nu Huang, is at the 8th level of the galaxy realm. Yun Bing and Yun Shi are at the 6th level of the galaxy realm. The Time Empress Mu Qingzu is at the first stage, first level of the universe level. Zhang Zunan is at the 10th level of the galaxy realm. Cheng Bingshi herself is at the 8th level of the galaxy realm. Ziran, the 10th level of galaxy realm. Reincarnation deity, 10th level of galaxy realm. Xiaoyi is not included in the statistics. These beast girls and gods have all signed contracts with him, and his related attributes are the realms of the beast girls. For example, the time at Reboot is at the same cosmic level, first stage, first order, as that of Mu Qingzu, the Time Empress. The spatial attribute is the same as that of the first queen, the 8th level of the galaxy realm. The attribute of reincarnation is at the same cosmic level as Mu Qingzu. More than 10 pairs of beautiful eyes looked at him, and Xiaoyi said, "The time difference between the space-time palace and Blue Star has been adjusted to 280 million years, which is 1 day on Blue Star. This time difference is terrifying. It's enough for everyone to be promoted to the universe level within 1 day on Blue Star." But his voice became heavier and his expression became gentle. "You are not cultivation machines. Cultivation based solely on time accumulation is very boring and tedious. I will upgrade your template level talents from mythical level to avenue level as soon as possible. You don't need to practice for the time being. Wait until your template level is upgraded before continuing to practice." Cheng Bingshi smiled with relief. Said, "Blue Star is facing a huge crisis. But it is not too urgent. We should take it step by step. We don't need to become fat all at once. It's enough if our realm is high enough to deal with the crisis. With the cosmic level King Zhu and the Time Queen here, the crisis on Blue Star can be resolved now. Okay. Meeting adjourned." Xiaoyi waved his hand and opened a huge golden light gate. He led many beast girls through the golden light gate and returned to the Blue Star. At this time on Blue Star, only about half a day, for about 12 hours, that passed since they entered the Palace of Time and Space. That is one night, when Xiaoyi and many beast girls stood on the ground of the wilderness base city. The brilliant sunshine poured down from the sky. The citizens of the base city had just finished their breakfast. Many beast girls scattered and returned to their respective base cities. Xiaoyi, Chengbingxi, the Time Queen, came to the dungeon of Mangyu on base city. I saw the demon soul of the Void Star domain imprisoned in the dungeon. Is this the demon from the Void Saint Star region? Xiaoyi was a little surprised. The second level of the domination realm. The realm is not low. What is the overall strength of the demons? The demon soul looked at him dryly without replying. Chengbingxi shouted coldly. Hurry up and answer truthfully. The demon soul respectfully called out Master, and slowly said, the core strength of the demon race in our Void Saint Star region is the domination realm. And there are tens of thousands of domination realm monsters. The basic level of magical beasts is the Emperor Star realm, and there are about 1 million of them. The cutting-edge forces are the elders, ministers, deacons, etc. of the demon race. There are more than 100 of them, and they are at the galaxy realm. Xiaoyi nodded. What about the demon clan leader and the demon clan ancestor? The soul body shook his head and said, I have never seen the demon clan ancestor, so I don't know his realm. As for the demon clan leader, he is most likely at the 10th level of the galaxy realm. Xiaoyi speculated. So, the realm of the demon ancestor is most likely at the cosmic level. The ancestor's realm must be higher than the clan leader's realm. That's the demon ancestor. I don't know what stage of the universe he is at. The cosmic level is divided into 3 stages, and each stage has 10 small levels. Mu Qingzu and the Time Queen have reached the first stage, the first level, and have just stepped into the cosmic level. The Time Queen recalled, I've been to the Void Saint Star region, and I heard that the Void Saint clan's ancestors and the Warcraft ancestors are at a similar level, both entering the cosmic level. The Void Saint clan is a third-rate force in the universe. I think it must be the first stage of the demon ancestor universe. If it had entered the second stage, the demons would have already launched a full-scale attack on the Void Saint clan. If the ancestor of the Void Saint clan reaches the second stage, the Void Saint clan's power level will be a second-rate force in the universe. The demon's soul was horrified and shocked. Relying on some speculation, these people were able to guess the realm range of the demon ancestor. Although he didn't understand, he was greatly shocked. The soul body said respectfully, in fact, you don't have to worry about the demon ancestor. The ancestor is the guardian of the clan and it is impossible for him to leave the demon nest. If the demons attack Blue Star, the demon leader may not come. The worst outcome is that several demon elders from the galaxy realm will lead the demon army to attack Blue Star and seize the world tree and the desolate realm. Just at this moment, the imprisoned demon's soul's expression changed and said, My lord, everyone, the clan leader sent me a message. Chengbingxi immediately asked, What news? Chapter 685, The Demonic Army. Collection of the Core Laws, Demon's Soul Body. Today, the first wave of demon captains will lead their teams to Blue Star to investigate the situation, to find out the strength of the humans on Blue Star, commonly known as cannon fodder. After this wave of demon team has found out the situation, we will proceed with the next plan. Xiaoyi asked, How many teams are there? And what is the total number of monsters? The soul body pondered. The demon team usually consists of 10 demon beasts. I guess there may be 3 teams in the first wave. This kind of spy team is generally at the 6th level of the domination realm. Xiaoyi nodded. There were about 30 magical beasts, and their realm was only the 6th level of the domination realm. He could kill them with just a wave of his hand, but just destroying it seems not enough. Has your spy identity been exposed? The demon's soul shook its head. Xiaoyi smiled. He came up with a good plan. The captains of the 3 demon teams that will arrive today can all be engraved in their minds and made to serve as spies. Let the captains of the 3 teams provide false information to the demons. Then, it would be best to keep track of the movements of every wave of demons, capture a few to act as spies, and provide false information. Finally, the demon army was wiped out. Xiaoyi blocked the 5 senses of the demon soul and told Chengbingxi, the Time Queen, about this plan. The Time Queen clapped her hands and said, This is a good plan. We will sit back and wait for the demons to fall into our trap, wave after wave. Finally catch them all. Chengbingxi also thought this plan was good and fully supported it. This plan can minimize the casualties in Longjiuo. The demons that came to invade Blue Star are all monsters above the Emperor realm. The highest level of the Dragon Kingdom's people is the Quasi-Emperor realm. The aftermath of a battle at the Domination realm is enough to destroy the entire Dragon Kingdom. The Dragon Kingdom cannot withstand the turmoil. She was born in Dragon Country, and did not want the place where she lived to become a purgatory or a void. It would be best if we could minimize casualties. The demon's soul body asked. The clan leader asked me to designate a safe location to invade. How should I respond? Xiaoyi thought for a moment and said, the Pacific Ocean. Just let them land in the Pacific Ocean. The demon's soul nodded, and immediately used the demon's unique super long distance voice transmission ability to reply. Chief, the most suitable place for the scout team to land is the Pacific Ocean of Blue Star. Landing in the Pacific Ocean is the least likely to attract human attention. Starting from the Pacific Ocean, entering various countries and regions on Blue Star to gather intelligence is the safest route in plan. After replying, I soon received a reply from the demon clan leader. Very good. Then we will descend from the Pacific Ocean of Blue Star. You continue to lie dormant and do not reveal your identity. Once you are exposed, you will immediately self-destruct. The demon soul immediately replied, yes, sir. The magical transmission of sound ended. The demon soul looked at Sheng Bingxi, Xiao Yi, and the Time Queen and said, everyone, the spy team may have entered the Milky Way, or has arrived at the Blue Planet and is preparing to land. With the imprint of thought in mind, the demon soul's position at this moment is to stand on Blue Star and consider the human beings of Blue Star. The stamp of thought is a magical power that fundamentally changes a person's thoughts, attitudes, and positions. It is an unsolvable power. Xiao Yi's divine consciousness immediately spread out, covering the entire galaxy. Scanned the entire galaxy. It turned out that outside the atmosphere of Blue Planet, there were indeed 3 teams of Warcraft, rapidly descending towards the largest ocean area of Blue Planet. There are a total of 30 monsters in these 3 spy teams. The general realm is at the 5th level of the domination realm, and the realms of the 3 captains are at the 6th level of the domination realm. Xiao Yi was a little confused. He originally built a barrier in the Milky Way, and it was a barrier of the 10th level of the domination realm. These Warcraft scout teams actually came in one by one without being discovered by the barrier and without triggering the alarm. Damn, the emotional galaxy barrier was set up in vain. These monsters have at least one nth level concealment item of the domination realm on them, which conceals their breath and blocks the scanning and perception of the barrier. Sheng Bingxi said, here it comes. She was an 8th rank powerhouse in the galaxy realm, and she knew the arrival of the spy team with just a glance of her divine sense. Xiao Yi smiled and said, it's our turn. He raised his hand and waved gently. 3 thought stamps were cast and directly hit into the soul body of the captain of the 6th level of the domination realm of the spy team. A destructive energy burst out. Except for the 3 captains, the souls of the remaining 27 magical beasts at the 4th level of the domination realm were directly annihilated. Xiao Yi reached out his hand. Utilize space compression and space transfer. 27 Warcraft corpses and 3 Warcraft scout team captains, whose 100,000-meter-long bodies were compressed into 1 meter in size and brought to the dungeon in front of them. The imprisoned monster soul's pupils shrank, and its eyes were filled with shock. This human boy just raised his hand and wiped out 3 teams of spies. What realm has he reached? Galaxy realm? Piss. Such a young Xinghe realm. His talent is probably more terrifying than the demon clan ancestor. Sheng Bingxi, the Time Queen Xiao Yi, carefully looked at the 27 miniature monster corpses on the ground, and the 3 monsters lying on the ground respectfully. These monsters are not all of the void attribute. Among them, there are 10 space attributes, 10 void attributes, and 10 arc attributes. These 3 categories are indeed very suitable for being spies. Xiao Yi raised his hand. The template adjuster's lock or fragment extraction function has been enabled. 9 domination realm space systems extracted the core fragments of the laws of 27 space systems. From the corpses of 9 domination realm void attribute monsters, 27 core fragments of the void attribute law were extracted. 9 dark attributes, 27 core fragments of dark attribute laws were extracted. The number was surprisingly high, which made Xiao Yi somewhat happy. One magical beast can extract more than just 1 lock or fragment. It seems that an emperor-level magical beast can extract 1. A star-level magical beast can extract 2, and a master-level magical beast can extract 3. 3 lock or fragments can be synthesized into 1 lock ore. 10 lock ores can allow a mythical level to be upgraded to the avenue level. Therefore, to upgrade 10 lock ores to 1 mythical level, only 30 lock or fragments are needed. Xiao Yi looked at the 3 Warcraft captains who were lying respectfully on the ground, wondering whether he should kill them to extract the core fragments of the law. After thinking about it, I decided to keep it for now. There are countless magical beasts from the Void Holy Clan and the Demon Clan, and they can extract a large number of core fragments of the laws. These 3 spy team captains will be useful, Xiao Yi said coldly. What information can you 3 provide? The captain of the Space Scouts, Monster Beast, said respectfully, my lord. Our 3 elders of the Demon Clan have already led the Demon Clan army here. At this time, we may have entered the Milky Way. Xiao Yi frowned. So fast? He spread out his spiritual consciousness again and scanned the Milky Way galaxy. In the end, nothing was found. This is his cosmic level divine thought. The Demon Elder is only at the galaxy realm and it is impossible for him to block the scan of the cosmic level divine thought. Is it possible that he hasn't come yet? Xiao Yi's spiritual consciousness spreading to the entire beast hunting star region. So it's here. It stopped outside the Milky Way barrier and has not yet entered the Milky Way. My galactic barrier is still somewhat useful. It's not just for show. Chapter 600 Itexus, catch them all in one swoop. More than 10,000 law cores. Nangong Sayo came hurriedly and said anxiously. There are many monsters outside the Milky Way. Should we just go over there and kill them all? I used my divine sense to detect them, but they didn't find me. Xiao Yi shook his head. First trick them in, imprint their thoughts, and then catch them all in one fell swoop. If they report back the true situation on Blue Star, the demons may attack with their entire army, which will be disadvantageous to us. We lure them to come in waves, and then catch them all in one fell swoop, which will maximize our interests. He immediately asked the captains of the 3 spy teams to send a message. It is said that the high-level combat power of Blue Star is only at the 10th level of Domination Realm, except for the highest level. The highest level left is only the Emperor Realm. The barrier outside the Milky Way has exposed the fact that the Milky Way has a master at the 10th level of the Domination Realm. The 3 captains of the spy team immediately used the magical power of sound transmission. Report. The highest realm on Blue Star is the 10th level of the Domination Realm, and there is only one like him. The rest are not a threat. They are common emperors, so we can just attack them directly. The voice from the other side replied, keep an eye on the 10th level human in the Domination Realm and report his movements at any time. We will immediately enter the Milky Way and attack the blue planet. The magical power is turned off. The captain of the spies said respectfully, my lord, they are coming. Xiao Yi nodded. In the divine consciousness, the demon army has broken through the barrier and entered the Milky Way. In a few hours, we can reach the Blue Star. This army consists of 20,000 magical beasts. The Warcraft army is divided into 6 waves, namely, space, light, dark, life, phantom, and ice. Each wave consists of up to 3,000 star-level Warcraft and dominance-level Warcraft. The 3 elders have the attributes of life, nothingness, and thunder, and their realm is the 6th level of the galaxy realm. Xiao Yi's ideological imprint came from Cheng Bingshi's 9-tailed fox, which was only at the 2nd level of the galaxy realm. If you attack the 3 elders directly, they will be able to avoid the magic power in time. The Time Queen said, I will trap the 3 elders, and the rest of the chickens and dogs will be left to the human emperor. She took action immediately, and across a very long distance, the cosmic level power of time descended upon the 3 leading Warcraft elders. They are trapped in a time cage, experiencing the cycle of time and unable to escape. Xiao Yi also took action. The magical power of the Steel Seal of Thought descended upon the army that was crossing the galaxy. The magical power was like a cosmic net, enveloping all the monsters in the army. In just a moment, the 20,000 strong army of monsters were stamped with the thought of submission. Xiao Yi said, stop and end your life. The body is well preserved. A shocking scene appeared. An army of 20,000 monsters mobilized their collective strength and broke their own heart meridians. After the heart meridian was severed, the eyes of the 20,000 monster army became lifeless and their vitality faded away. Shaoqi immediately started the template adjuster and began to extract the core fragments of the law. The supreme power descended upon the corpses of the monster army. The smell of decay is everywhere. Finally, it turned into specks of light and dissipated in the starry sky. At the same time, Xiao Yi received a prompt from the template adjuster. Obtain 300 space lock or fragments. Obtain 500 core fragments of the law of life attributes. Obtain 6,000 light lock or fragments. Obtain 5,400 dark lock or fragments. Obtain 4,300 phantom attribute lock or fragments. Obtain 600 core fragments of ice attribute laws. Xiao Yi grinned as he heard the prompt. Most of the Warcraft army are at the Star Domain realm. One Warcraft can extract to lock or fragments. Each wave of Warcraft Legion has 3,000 Warcraft, and can extract approximately 6,000 locker fragments with the same attribute. There are 5 attributes in total, and each attribute is about 6,000 locker fragments. 3 locker fragments can be synthesized into 1 law core, the core of the law of synthesis. Xiaoyi gave orders to the template adjuster in his heart. The template adjuster starts compositing. 10 seconds later, he obtained 2100 space law cores, 2140 life attribute law cores, 1230 phantom attribute law cores, the 1020 ice attribute law cores, 1800 dark law cores, and 2000 light law cores. The core of the law has been placed in the system space. He became rich in 10 seconds and became a young wealthy man with more than 10,000 law cores in his pocket. A cultivator with a law core of relevant attributes. If he absorbs and refines one, he will have qualifications comparable to those of an ordinary mythical level. If he refines and absorbs a law core of relevant attributes at the mythical level, his qualifications can be increased to a certain extent. Although the effect of refining and absorption is not as good as the talent improvement effect of the template adjuster, for the creatures in the universe, that is the most efficient treasure in the universe to improve qualifications. These core laws are enough for Xiaoyi to upgrade the space attribute of the founding Queen Yunbing and Yunxi, the phantom attribute of Luya, the ice attribute of Yunxi, and the life attribute of Cheng Bingxi to the Dao level. The Time Queen laughed and said, "Those 3 monsters were going crazy. I knocked them out directly. She, who is at the cosmic level, can easily knock out the monsters at the galaxy realm." Xiaoyi nodded. The power of space roared out, instantly compressing the 3 galaxy realm Warcraft elders and bringing them into the dungeon, and engraved with the thought of submission. The 6th level demon beast elder of the galaxy realm, who was in a coma, had no power to resist, and his thoughts were successfully engraved into his body. The captains of the 3 spy teams and the Warcraft souls were shocked. The 3 small monsters in front of me, compressed into 1 meter in size, are they the 3 elders? Elder of the galaxy realm? The elder of the galaxy realm was defeated just like that. Hiss. The 4 of them gasped, and looked at Xiaoyi and the Time Empress in amazement. The captains of the 3 spy teams knelt down respectfully, prostrated themselves on the ground, bowed their heads and said, "Congratulations, my lord, for imprisoning the Warcraft elder. The Lord is mighty. The Lord's divine power is so great that he will surely sweep across the universe and achieve the highest achievement." Xiaoyi smiled. Nangong Xiao curled her lips. Flatterer. Cheng Bingxi looked at the unconscious Warcraft elder on the ground and shouted, "Stand up!" A light shout, like a bolt from the blue, woke up the 3 Warcraft elders. The Warcraft elder looked around in confusion. When he saw Xiaoyi, he immediately knelt down and said respectfully, "Greetings, my lord. Meet the master." "Greetings, my lord." The captains of the 3 spy teams looked at each other. Even the Warcraft elders recognized the lord as their master? They are powerful beings in the galaxy realm. Xiaoqi immediately said, "Send a message to your demon king, telling him that Blue Star is a treasure planet full of adventures. It would be best if your demon king personally led all the demon army to come to Blue Star to attack and occupy the territory." Warcraft elder, this, my lord. The demon king will not easily leave the demonic lair of the Void Saint Clan Star region. It is probably impossible for him to lead his army here. Xiaoyi took out a space law core, threw it on the Warcraft elder, and said, "Go back and use this to convince your demon king to come with all his troops." The Warcraft elder's eyes widened and he said in surprise, "The core of the law. It's actually the core of the law. Once this thing appears, it will definitely attract the scramble and covetousnesses of the great races in the universe. My lord, is it really appropriate to take this with you?" Chapter 687 Avenue Level Qualification. "No need to waste time. Just take this," Xiaoyi said. The Warcraft elder said confidently, "I am sure that within 1 day, the Demon King will lead the army here." He immediately tore open the space crack, left the Blue Star, and returned to the Void Holy Clan Star region. Nangong Xiao was puzzled. "Xiaoyi, that thing is so precious. Why don't you let us use it? Give it to that monster for nothing. Moreover, if the news of this thing leaks out, our blue planet will really attract the covetousnesses and spying of countless cosmic races." Xiaoyi took out 1,000 law cores from his pocket, and the crystal clear crystals instantly filled the entire dungeon. He laughed. "I have a lot of this stuff, and I prepared it for you too. As for whether the news will be leaked, don't worry. This thing is so precious. The Demon King will definitely want to keep it for himself, and will not share it with other major cosmic clans and forces." He waved his hand and let everyone out of the dungeon. In the pavilion, Xiaoyi took out 1,000 law cores of life attributes, put them into a space ring, and handed it to Cheng Bingshi. This is the core of the law of life attributes. Play with it. I will now upgrade your life attribute qualifications from the myth level to the avenue level. Cheng Bingshi looked at the space ring in astonishment. 1,000? That's a lot. And I'm still playing with them. The Time Queen knew better than anyone else how rare the core of laws was. 1,000? The Time Queen was so shocked that her jaw almost dropped to the ground. Even the most powerful clan in the universe will not have more than 10 core laws within its clan, but the human emperor actually has so many of them. And he lets the big sister play with them. Nangong Seo pouted and said dissatisfied lie, Xiaoyi, I want one too. You can't be partial. Sister Bing, she has given it all. Give me some too. I don't want a lot. Just give me 999. The corner of the Time Queen's mouth twitched. 999? The core of the law is cabbage. Such a huge amount can be said. Xiaoyi laughed awkwardly. Sayo, don't worry. You are a beast girl with supreme attributes and 5 elements attributes. I don't have the locker of these 2 attributes at the moment. When I have it, I will definitely give it to you. Don't even mention 999. I'll give you 1,000. Nangong Sayo pursed her lips. Well, I'll remember this. Don't give me a perfunctory answer. Xiaoyi shook his head and smiled. I'm not kidding you. This law core, like the law fragments at the beginning, was extracted from the monster. You have hunted monsters with me before, and we have extracted law fragments together. Do you think I would treat you lightly for such a small matter? Nangong Sayo's beautiful eyes lit up. Extracted from the monster? Xiaoyi, you are amazing. I'm waiting for you. She stood on tiptoe and kissed Xiaoyi with a smile on her face. The Time Queen raised her eyebrows, as if she had heard something that shocked the universe. Can the core of the law be extracted from Warcraft? Hiss. The human emperor also has this ability. She whispered. Human emperor, can you extract a time law core for me? I don't need many. Just one is enough. Time law cores are even rarer, and she has never seen one before. Xiaoyi smiled and said, all of them, as long as they are my beast girl or god. I have enough. You can even eat this thing as a meal. The Time Queen smiled. The human emperor is so kind to us. I'm waiting for your time law core. Xiaoyi nodded. He sat next to Cheng Bingshi and saw Chen Bingshi playing with the core of the law of life attributes with a look of surprise on her face. He asked, how does it feel to hold this thing? Cheng Bingshi pondered and said, holding this in my hand is like drinking enlightenment tea. It makes me feel refreshed and energetic. My understanding of the nature of life has deepened. It is indeed a treasure of the universe. As she spoke, Xiaoyi once again took out the 10 life attribute law cores. The qualification improvement function of the template adjuster has been enabled. Qualifications are being improved. The supreme mysterious power has arrived. The core of the 10 life attribute laws turned into essence and merged into Cheng Bingshi's body. The colorful lights enveloped Cheng Bingshi. Gold, wood, water, fire and earth. 5 colors. After a moment, Cheng Bingshi's light became restrained, and divine patterns of the great Tao burst out from her body. Divine patterns emerged from the body surface. The origin of the life attributes of the blue planet emerged in the void, and instinctively let out a trembling sound of joy and cheers. The origins of life attributes were all cheering for Cheng Bingshi's improved qualifications. In a corner of the universe somewhere, the origin of the great way of life suddenly emerged, emitting a light that spread across the sky and the earth, and the light shone across the air onto the blue planet. The wilderness-based city suddenly became colorful, and the aura of the great Tao emerged. All the bright aura of the great Tao gathered towards Cheng Bingshi and poured into her body. Half an hour later, the origin of the great Tao disappeared, and the blue planet returned to normal. Cheng Bingshi opened her eyes, which were as vast as the starry sky. Bursting with the light of the origin of the great Tao, she said happily, I just sensed the call from the origin of the great Tao of life attributes in this universe. My current physique seems to be favored by the origin of the great Tao. I feel that if I continue to practice, the improvement in the realm of life attributes will be at least 200 times higher than the mythical level. Qualification promotion completed. The prompt sound came from the template adjuster. Xiaoyi nodded and said, Bingshi, your life attribute qualification is no longer at the myth level, but at the Tao level, which is above the myth level. You are the first beast girl to be promoted to the avenue level. Do you have anything to say to me? Cheng Bingshi thought about it, hugged Xiaoyi gently, and said softly, Xiaoyi, I will help you manage your big family. Xiaoyi smiled. There was no need to say thank you to each other. Cheng Bingshi's words were the most suitable for his heart. The one who knows him as Cheng Bingshi. You have 2 attributes. and the destruction at Rebutte has not been improved yet. Once I have enough law cores, I will improve your qualifications, he explained. Cheng Bingshi nodded to show that she understood. She waved her hand and summoned a golden light gate. Eager to try. My aptitude has improved. I will try to practice first. To speed up my practice so much, I must first improve my realm. I am only at the 8th level of the galaxy realm now, and I will strive to upgrade to the first stage of the universe realm in one go. Xiao Yi waved his hand and released a time-accelerating magical power, covering Cheng Bingshi. 100,000 times acceleration can last for 10 years. Cheng Bingshi waved her hand, said goodbye, and entered the golden light gate, ready to practice. Nangon Seo said embarrassed lie. Sister Bingshi is working so hard. Will my realm be far behind everyone else? Why don't I start practicing now and advance to the 3rd level of the galaxy realm? When I come out, the one with the lowest realm will be Zier, who is at the 2nd level of the galaxy realm. She thought this was a great idea. Li summoned a golden light gate and entered the palace of time and space. Xiao Yi burst out laughing. Time Queen, you are welcome to do whatever you want. I will go and improve the qualifications of the first Queen Yun Bing, Yun Shi and Luya. The Time Queen looked at the place where Xiao Yi left, her eyes shining brightly. Chapter 688, The Supreme King Kong appears. Xiao Yi arrived at the Demon City base city, the top base city where Kunpeng Academy is located. Outside a luxurious large manor in the center of Magic City. This is the home of Yun Bing and Yun Shi's family. Xiao Yi met the Supreme King Kong. He was a little surprised. King Kong Supreme was the official head of the Dragon Country Education Bureau. He is the father of the Student Union President of Kunpeng College. Once upon a time, King Kong Supreme contacted him and provided some help. King Kong Supreme squatted outside the manor with a sad face, smoking a cigarette and staring at the sky with a dull look. The ground was already littered with cigarette butts. Xiaoqi asked in confusion, Uncle Cheng, what are you doing here? Vara Supreme Chenggang came back to his senses, looked up at Xiao Yi in surprise. Obviously he was a little surprised to see Xiao Yi here. Brother Xiao, aren't you only a sophomore now? You're not in school. Where have you been? I still need you to solve my physical defects. He went to look for Xiao Yi but couldn't find him. His physical defect was a defect that made him a man who could only be a man for 3 seconds. This defect was cured for a while after Xiao Yi gave him massage, but it recurred recently. Defect? Xiao Yi's mouth twitched. As his realm rose and he came into contact with higher level beings, Xiao Yi had forgotten about Chenggang's flaws. He scratched his head and said, Uncle Cheng, I have something to deal with during this period and I am no longer studying in school. I will help you solve your defect immediately. To solve template defects, you only need regular crystal fragments. Just replenish and replace the regular crystal fragments. It is very easy to solve. Activate the template adjuster. Extract the excess gold attributed regular crystal fragments from the body of the Vara Supreme, and then put into creation crystal fragments. In a short time, Chenggang felt that his body was much stronger. He waved his fist, and the depressed look on his face disappeared. He said excitedly, Brother Xiao, you are truly amazing. I feel stronger now. Thank you very much. Now that woman can't say I'm short and weak. When I go back today, I must regain my dignity as a man and take back my position in the family. Xiao Yi smiled and said, You're welcome. What are you doing here? Smoking alone? The smile on Chenggang's face froze, and he sighed. As you know, I work for the Education Bureau. I manage the education of teachers and students across the country and arrange teachers. After Sister Yun Bing and Sister Yun Shi got married, they abandoned Kunpeng Academy. The number of students enrolled in the Beast Tamer College in the Demon Capital base city is much lower than before, because Yun Shi, Yun Bing and Luya, the 3 perfect goddesses of Kunpeng College, left. I came here this time to talk to Sister Yun Bing and Sister Yun Shi. It would be great if they are willing to return to serve as the dean and vice dean. Suddenly, Chenggang was startled and narrowed his eyes. That's not right. Sister Yun Bing, Sister Yun Shi, and Luya all seem to have married you. Now, not only Yun Shi and Yun Bing have left, but even the goddess teaching assistant Luyu has left Kunpeng College. She should have left with you. His eyes gleamed dangerously. Chenggang rolled up his sleeves suddenly. A resolute look appeared on his face, and he walked towards Xiao Yi step by step, with a desperate momentum. Trample, trample, trample. With every step, the momentum became more and more powerful, until the last step, Xiao Yi actually felt a great pressure from him. But Xiao Yi stood still. This pressure was like an ant trying to shake a tree. It couldn't even crush his flowing hair. Bang! Just when Xiao Yi thought that Chen Gang was about to take action, Chen Gang knelt down in vain. He knelt on the ground. His face turned sad, and he begged, "Brother Xiao, my good brother Xiao, can you please let Liu Yayan, Bing Yunxi and the other to return to Kunpeng College to take up their posts? Brother Gang begs you." Xiao Yi was stunned and his mouth twitched. What is going on with King Kong Supreme? I thought they were going to fight. But he ended up kneeling down. Xiao Yi had no choice but to help Chen Gang up, and said earnestly, "The three of them left voluntarily. I didn't force them to leave. It's useless for you to beg me. I won't force them to do anything. So, you should think of another way to increase the popularity of the Magic City Beast Tamer Academy, and increase the number of students enrolled." Chen Gang sighed, looking depressed. The demonic capital Beast Tamer Academy is about to be destroyed. The local high school students in the demon capital Bay City are no longer willing to apply to the Beast Tamer Academy. At this time, Yun Bing and Yun Shi, who were inside the manor, sensed Xiao Yi's breath and trotted out. The moment they saw Xiao Yi, Yun Bing and Yun Shi were very surprised and said with a smile, "Xiao Yi, you're already at the doorstep. Why don't you go in? You have no conscience. You finally come to see us." They each held Xiao Yi's left and right hands. Xiao Yi pointed at Chen Gang and said, "Uncle Chen came here, and I chatted with him for a while." Yun Bing and Yun Shi were surprised. "Isn't this the Supreme King Kong? You are here too?" Chen Gang wanted to cry but had no tears. He was standing right here, a living person, but these two women didn't even see him. Xiao Yi said, "Uncle Cheng, come in together. Let's figure it out together. The Magic City Beastmaster Academy is his alma mater after all. Although the Beastmaster Academy has 10 colleges, Kun College is just one of them. But the Beastmaster Academy was going to be in trouble, which was more or less related to him, Xiao Yi, and he needed to solve this problem." Chen Gang followed him into the living room. Yun Bing and Yun Shi's parents were chatting on the sofa. When they saw Xiao Yi come in, they immediately stood up and walked over to greet him. Their old faces, which were as wrinkled as chrysanthemums, showed a smile, and they said, "Son-in-law, I haven't seen you for so long. You are still handsome. You are busy with work, so we don't want to bother you. Otherwise we would have asked you to come to our house and play." Xiao Yi greeted father-in-law and mother-in-law. "I did have something to do. I didn't come to see you the first time. It's my fault. I'm sorry." The two old men were very sensible and said with a smile, "It's okay. We understand your feelings for Xiaobing and Xiaoxi. No need to apologize. You saved both of our lives. You can come anytime you want." Xiao Yi chatted with them for a while, and the two elders felt happy and went to the kitchen to prepare lunch. Shen Gang then spoke. "Deans, do you really not want to continue working at Kunpeng College?" Yun Bing and Yun Shi shook their heads, indicating that they would never go back. Their realm has reached the Galaxy Realm, and their parents have reunited with them. Their focus now is on the safety of Blue Star and their families, and they don't want to be disturbed by the trivial matters of Kunpeng Academy. Shen Gang looked worried and sighed. "Then our Beast Tamer Academy in the Demon City Base City is really going to be doomed." "No, it's cold," Chanter said Yun Bing and Yun Shi, thinking, "Uncle Cheng, maybe there is a way to make the Magic City Beast Tamer Academy popular again." Shen Gang waved his hand. "Brother Xiao, you don't have to comfort me. The three goddess level Dean assistants are unwilling to go back. What else can we do?" Xiao Yi smiled and said. The popularity of the Demon Capital Beast Tamer Academy dropped dramatically after Yun Bing, Yun Shi, and Liu Yi left. You can hang a banner at the school gate. Let's say that Yun Bing, Yun Shi and Liu Yi have been practicing hard at Kunpeng Academy and have broken through to the Great Emperor realm, or use this gimmick to promote it on the internet. Perhaps it can restore the popularity of the Beast Tamer Academy. Shen Gang was shocked. Yun Bing, Yun Shi and Liu Yi, all three of them broke through to become the Great Emperor? Chapter 689, the Emperor preached and the whole country was boiling. Great Emperor. That is an illusory realm. The other side that no one has ever reached in all these ages. Now Xiao Yi actually said that Liu Yayan, Bing Yun Shi and the other two women were all promoted to emperors? Shen Gang smacked his lips, calmed down after being shocked, and said speechless lie. "Brother Xiao, you don't have to brag so much when you're trying to bluff people. You said they were promoted to the Saint Realm. I can still believe it, but the Emperor? Who can believe this?" He raised his eyebrows and said, "Sister Yun Bing, Sister Yun Shi, are you at the Great Emperor level?" Yun Bing and Yun Shi both shook their heads. Shen Gang's mouth twitched, and he spread his hands. "Brother Xiao, the two Kunpeng sisters said they are no longer at the Great Emperor level. Your method is useless." Xiao Yi curled his lips and said, Sister Yun Bing and Sister Yun Shi are indeed not at the Great Emperor level, because they are above the Great Emperor. The corners of Chen Gang's mouth twitched even more violently. To say that he is even above the Emperor is an exaggeration. The corners of his mouth were tingling. Oh, then what realm are you in? Chen Gang said, speechless lie. Xiao Yi waved his hand. Even if I told you the specific realm, you still wouldn't understand. Chen Gang, look at my eyes to see if I believe it or not. Yun Shi covered her mouth and laughed. Vara Supreme, our realm is indeed above the Great Emperor. Look. She waved her hand casually, and Blue Star's Imperial Origin body appeared above the Demon City base city. The huge origin of space rules spanned the sky, attracting the attention of almost everyone in the Demon City base city. All the citizens looked up at the sky, looking at the origin in shock. Although they didn't know what this was, they could all sense the rich and pure power of origin flowing out from the origin body. Many powerful saints broke out from their families, staring at the original body with burning eyes. Some wanted to get closer, but were repelled by the powerful original power of the origin body and could not get any closer. Here in the downtown estate, King Kong Supreme looked at Yun Shi and waved his hand, but nothing appeared. He wiped his eyes and said blankly, "Did I miss something?" Yun Shi said calmly, "You will know what it is when you go out." At this moment, King Kong Supreme was shocked. He sensed the power of the origin of space that was refined to the extreme from the sky. Even though he was not a space practitioner, he could still sense the essence of that source of power. It is as fresh as a newborn baby and has no impurities in it. At this time, the origin of space? Chen Gang was shocked. The origin of space can only be mobilized a little bit by the quasi-emperor realm. Such a pure and diverse source of power can only be mobilized by the emperor realm. There were exclamations from outside. Chen Gang hurried to the open space outside the manor and looked up at the sky. What the hell? What is this? The origin of space must be diffused from this thing. Yun Shi came out and said calmly, "This is the origin of Blue Star's space. All the spatial rules of Blue Star are extended from this origin. The space of Blue Star is also maintained by this thing." Chen Gang was shocked. This time he did not doubt Yun Shi's words. The only thing that can emit such a pure and vast power of the origin of space can be the origin of space itself. So, Yun Shi is really at the level of a great emperor? Depend on. Sister Kunpeng has actually reached the legendary imperial realm. Sister Yun Shi, I am your younger brother. You have become successful, but you must not forget me. Don't forget me when you become rich and powerful. After all, I was Sister Yun Bing's punching bag for so long. A flattering look appeared on King Kong Supreme's face as he spoke excitedly. Yun Bing Yun Shi. Xiao Yi pondered and said, "You are a gold-attributed beastmaster. The template you created is an SSS level diamond template. Then I will give you a few things. If you can comprehend them, you may be able to break through to the Emperor realm in the near future." After he finished speaking, Xiao Yi's spiritual sense spread out and found the origin of the 5 elements hidden somewhere in the endless void. Then he extracted 2 tons of golden origin power, condensed it into a golden origin crystal the size of a dinosaur egg, and threw it into Chen Gang's hands. "Uncle Cheng, you should be able to sense what this thing is. You helped me before. This is my reward to you. As for whether you can break through the Emperor realm, it all depends on your own efforts." Even with the origin crystal in hand, if Chen Gang still cannot break through the Emperor realm, it would be because Chen Gang was too lazy. Chen Gang held the crystal, which was bigger than his head, in his arms. His eyes widened and he took a deep breath. Hiss. This is the crystallization of the origin of gold. Thank you, Brother Xiao. Thank you, Brother Xiao. You are so kind to Brother Cheng. Brother Cheng is grateful. Forget about that Beast Tamer Academy. Just let it go. I need to practice. Chen Gang was grinning, no longer with the sad face and sighs from before. "Xiao Yi, now that you have obtained this opportunity, you don't care about the affairs of the Beastmaster Academy? You are a heartless guy." Yun Shi glanced at Cheng Chun calmly and said, "If you don't get the Beastmaster Academy done, I will take back the origin crystal from you." Chen Gang shuddered, immediately put the origin crystal in his trouser pocket, and said hurriedly, "Sister Kunpeng, don't worry, I'll take care of the Beastmaster Academy. I was supposed to handle this matter." Yun Shi nodded and said, "Xiao Bing, it's your turn now." Chen Gang scratched his head. "Take action?" Xiao Yi touched his chin and smiled. "Sister Yun Shi, you are not the kind of person who likes to show off. You must have other intentions in summoning the origin of space." Yun Shi nodded. Yun Bing immediately raised her hand and waved, and her shadow appeared in the sky. The shadow stretched from sky to earth. with the ozone layer above her head and the roofs of the base city under her feet. This magnificent figure immediately attracted the attention of all citizens of the Demon City base city. Oh my god! Isn't this the Supreme Kunpeng? That essence was released by Supreme Kunpeng? Supreme Kunpeng has reached the realm of the Great Emperor? The citizens were shocked. The Phantom Yun Bing spoke. His voice was not loud, but it echoed throughout the Dragon Kingdom. My dear colleagues, I have been promoted to the Great Emperor level at Kunpeng College in the Demon Capital base city. If anyone wants to apply for the Magic City Beast Tamer School, they can do so at any time. Freshmen who have already enrolled in other base city schools can also transfer to our Magic City Base City Beast Tamer School. Every 1,000 years, I will give a lecture at Kunpeng College, the Beastmaster Academy in the Demon City Base City, and impart my experience. Only students and teachers of the Demon City Beastmaster Academy are qualified to attend the lecture. People from all the base cities in Dragon Country looked in the direction of the base city in Demon City. Everyone can see a phantom that reaches from heaven to earth, standing between heaven and earth. And everyone can hear what the phantom says. In an instant, all the people in Dragon Country were shocked. Emperor, another great emperor is born. Previously, 3 great emperors were born in the Mangyuan base city. Although their names were unknown, they were very shocked. At this moment, in the base city of Demon City, another great emperor was born. Great Emperor, are you going to preach at the Beast Tamer Academy in the Demon City and teach and answer questions? The people of Longjiuo were all excited. Chapter 690, the university where the emperor is in charge. The students who were studying at other base city colleges all opened their eyes wide with shocked expressions. There is actually an emperor in the Beast Tamer Academy in the Demon City base city. A university with a great emperor and a university without a great emperor are two different concepts. The emperor is in charge of the Holy Land University. In the future, it is estimated that colleges and universities will be divided into only 2 types. One is ordinary colleges and universities, and the other is colleges and universities with great emperors. Many first-year students have considered transferring schools. If you go to the Beastmaster Academy in the Demon City, you can get a glimpse of the true appearance of the emperor and also have the qualification to listen to the emperor's lectures. Especially those students who were born in the base city of Demon City, but applied to the Beast Tamer Academy in other base cities. They all regretted giving up the decision to apply for the Magic City Beastmaster Academy, but there is still time and they can transfer to another school. If one could become a disciple of the Great Emperor, this status alone would be enough to bring honor to the family. Not only that, but you can also enjoy cultivation resources and facilities, but other base cities don't have. After all, the facilities and equipment of a university where the emperor is in charge are definitely much better than those of ordinary universities. The student body wants to transfer, as do some faculty members. I want to teach at the Beast Tamer Academy in the Demon City. The Demon City Beastmaster Academy is the first university with a great emperor in charge. The students who graduate from this university in the future will most likely be more outstanding and dazzling than graduates from other base city universities. Working at the Magic City Beastmaster Academy will not only upgrade your personal connections, but the benefits you can enjoy may also be greatly improved. The teachers are like this, and the parents of students in the base cities across Dragon Country are also very jealous of the Beastmaster Academy and the base city of Magic City. In this cruel era of the Beast Girl era, everyone knows the supreme status of the Emperor. Even if the Demon City Beastmaster Academy only bears the title of the Great Emperor, this academy will undergo an unprecedented transformation. The phantom in the sky disappeared, but the origin of space did not disappear. Yun Bing smiled and said, Chenggang, the issue of school popularity has been resolved, but you still need to follow up on matters related to enrollment. You need to pay attention to the whole process, not only at the student level, but also at the teacher level, and keep a close eye on it. King Kong Supreme nodded, his mouth twitching as he said, I just want to raise the popularity of the Magic City Beast Tamer Academy and return it to its normal stage. As a result, your action has directly made the Magic Capital Beast Tamer Academy the most popular and dazzling academy in Dragon Country. The popularity is expected to explode. I will probably be busy in the future. Yunshi rolled her eyes and said, Do you want me to get someone else to check it? Give us back the gold or a gem crystal in your hand. King Kong Supreme's expression changed. No, that won't work. Although this matter is troublesome, I have the ability to do it well and do it beautifully. No one in the world knows more about admissions than me. He waved his hand and said, I have something to do. You guys can do whatever you want. After saying that, he left without stopping. It seemed as if he was afraid that Yunxi would snatch away the golden origin crystal from him. Xiaoyi smiled and said, "It's good to let the world know that the emperor was born. In the next period of time, Blue Star may be invaded by the star myriad races. Knowing that the great emperor exists, they will not lose their composure and cause trouble for us." Yun Bing and Yunxi pulled Xiaoyi back into the manor. At this time, the two old people had already prepared the meal. Some home-cooked meals, nothing fancy or expensive. But Xiaoyi could see that the two old men were very attentive. Then, Xiaoyi chatted with the two old men for an hour and had a meal. He found a reason to say goodbye to the two old men and brought Yun Bing and Yunxi to the Palace of Time and Space. Yun Bing was puzzled. "Xiaoyi, what's the matter?" Yunxi's pretty face suddenly turned red. "Do you want to exercise?" Xiaoyi waved his hand. "No. I have something serious to discuss with you. Do you remember what I said last time? That I would improve your cultivation talents and raise your mythical talents to the Dao level? Avenue level talent?" Yun Bing and Yunxi were stunned. Dao level. They had only heard of it from Xiaoyi and had no idea what this level of talent meant. Yunxi asked, "Dao level. Is it a mythical level upper level talent?" Xiaoyi nodded. Dao level talent is one level higher than the mythical level, and the speed of cultivation is hundreds or thousands of times that of the mythical level. Of course, not only the speed of cultivation, but also the understanding, combat power, and everything else are hundreds or even thousands of times higher than the mythical level. A comprehensive improvement. Yun Bing's eyes lit up. "Can you upgrade our talents now?" Xiaoyi nodded. He took out 2,000 space law cores from the system space and placed them into storage rings. He said, "Each of you has 1,000 law cores, all of which are space related. Keep this. Use it however you want. Eat it as fruit, or eat it as a meal." Yunxi and Yun Bing put away their storage rings and took out a locker each. It contains the extremely rich origin and essence of space. The two women felt relaxed and happy. Yunxi's pupils shrank and he said in shock, "I just took a breath, and the effect was better than the enlightenment tea." "What is the core of the law?" Xiaoyi explained. "The core of the law is the seed of the origin of the law. After gestation, the original form of the origin can be born. Any living being that eats one, refines and absorbs it, will see an improvement in their cultivation talent. It is a precious treasure for all races in the universe to improve their cultivation talents." After hearing this, the two women were shocked. "Improve your talents. The original form of the origin entity. It sounds really awesome." In their understanding, once humans awaken the template level cannot be upgraded. If it is SS level, it will be SSS level for life. And if it is S level, it will be S level for life. But this thing can actually improve the talent level. Mythical talents can all be improved. You can imagine how perverted and precious this thing is. In particular, this thing is the original form of the original entity, which is even more perverted. Yun Bing needed the core of the law and said in surprise, "Xiaoyi, we don't need that many. Why do we need 1,000 per person? Why don't you take it back? We can just take 10 each." Yunxi also agreed. "Yes, this thing is too precious. I'm afraid it's hard to come by. We can't use too much of it. You can take it back and use it yourself, or give it to someone in need." The two of them took out 10 law cores from the storage ring and then returned the storage ring to Xiaoyi. Xiaoyi refused and said as a matter of course, "You are the ones in need. No matter how precious it is, it cannot compare to the place you hold in my heart. Keep them all, or I'll get angry." Yunxi and Yun Bing smiled happily and put away the storage ring. Yun Bing said happily, "If you need anything, just tell me anytime." Xiaoyi nodded. He took out 20 space at Rebuke law cores from the system space and said with a smile, "Now, I will upgrade your space talent. Just stand there." Chapter 691 Guilt towards Luyu. Start the template adjuster to improve talent functions. The supreme power descended from the sky and descended upon Yun Bing and Yunxi. 20 space attribute law cores, half floated towards Yun Bing, and half floated towards Yunxi. Under the influence of the supreme power, they turned into the purest energy and merged into the bodies of the two. Yun Bing and Yunxi closed their eyes. The energy of the surrounding space attributes automatically swept over and poured into Yun Bing and Yunxi's bodies. The temperament of the two people became more ethereal and otherworldly. The avenue-level original body that had been dormant and hidden in this super world suddenly appeared. In an extremely distant corner, two original forces burst out and shot into the space. Afterwards, the original body of the avenue level fell into deep sleep and hiding again. Two great avenue level original powers appeared in the air beside Xiaoyi and merged into the bodies of Yun Bing and Yunxi. The aura of the two people became more and more mysterious. the temperament becomes more and more extraordinary. As time passed, the awakened space at Rebuke origin of the Galaxy Realm Domination Realm suddenly appeared above the Super Hall. Two huge original bodies spanned the sky. Colorful arcs of light were reflected on the surface of the body, trembling slightly. The spatial attribute energy of this super world also vibrated violently. It seemed like everyone was celebrating for Yun Bing and Yun Shi, celebrating the birth of a great talent. Yun Bing and Yun Shi opened their eyes, their faces filled with joy. They all felt that their affinity to the origin of spatial attribute energy rules had increased by several levels, able to mobilize the origin of any space energy rules at will. If the origin of the mythical talent in space energy rules is the ocean, then they are two active fish favored by the ocean. With great Tao level talent, they are the controllers of the ocean. Not only has the affinity reached an unprecedented height, but the speed of comprehension, cultivation, and so on have also reached unprecedented heights. Xiao Yi asked, "How do you feel?" Yun Bing was very surprised. "It feels great. It feels much better than a mythical talent. To be specific, I am now at the 6th level of the Galaxy Realm, but I can sense the precise location of the universe-level space attribute. I can now awaken the universe-level space attribute origin entity from a distance of tens of thousands of light-years, and summon the universe-level space attribute origin entity to move over. This kind of affinity with the origin is just like being the boss of the origin itself, calling employees to come and go at will. This kind of experience is a wonderful feeling that a mythical talent cannot experience." Yun Shi agreed with Yun Bing's words very much, nodded and smiled happily. "I'm afraid our cultivation speed has been terribly improved. From now on, you don't have to practice so slowly. We'll be at cosmic level soon." Xiao Yi smiled. Yun Bing and Yun Shi signed a contract with him. As the two girls improved their talents, his spatial attribute talent would also improve accordingly. Whatever the two women can do, he can also do. "What do you want to do now? Do you want to practice? Or do you want me to accompany you and practice again?" Xiao Yi asked. The talents of Yun Bing and Yun Shi have been improved, but the talent of the Empress Luya has not been improved yet. He needs to continue to improve the talents of Queen Luya. Yun Bing and Yun Shi waved their hands, which was rare, and said with a smile, "Go do your own thing. We are going to practice." "Yes, we won't keep you here. Go ahead." Xiao Yi, with great Tao level talent. How could his husband not be as good as the cultivator? Yun Shi covered her mouth and laughed. "Xiao Yi, wait until we both advance to the cosmic level, and then we'll come back to bother you. Last time you told me that Blue Star will be caught in waves of crises, and we beast girls need to improve our realm to protect you and our families. So, Xiao Bing and I have to improve our realm as a top priority. When you have the strength, I will talk to you about love." Xiao Yi suddenly realized and said with relief, "I understand." He waved his hand to open a golden light gate, stepped into it, and returned to the Blue Star. If Yun Bing and Yun Shi want to practice, let them go. It would only take about 40,000 years for a Tao level talent to advance from the 6th level of the Galaxy Realm to the 1st level of the 1st stage of the Universe Realm. Even though 40,000 years seems like a long time, it is 300 times shorter than the 200 years required for a mythical talent. The time and space palace is now 280 million years, compared to 1 day on the blue planet. Maybe 10 minutes after Blue Star passed, in the time it takes to go to the toilet, Yun Bing and Yun Shi would have been promoted to the cosmic level. Cultivating Tao level talent is a brand new experience, and Yun Bing and Yun Shi will not be bored. After leaving the Hall of Time and Space, we returned to the large manor outside the base city of Demon City, looked up at the sky. The original body of the Imperial Realm spatial attribute rules that spans the sky above the Demon City base city is still there. Xiao Yi waved his hand and transferred his original body to hide in the endless void. This thing is too dazzling. If all the races in the universe invade Blue Planet, it will attract the attention of all the races in the universe. If all the races in the universe started a battle within the Demon City base city, the aftermath could flatten the Demon City base city. The disappearance of the original body will not affect the popularity of enrollment at the Magic City Beastmaster Academy. With the title of the Great Emperor's Academy, it is no big deal to remove the original body. After doing all this, Xiao Yi expanded his spiritual consciousness and searched for Luya's location. Since leaving Kunpeng Academy, he has never taken the initiative to look for Luya in real life. This made his old face blush. "I don't even know where Luya lives. Luya's parents died at the hands of ferocious beasts a long time ago. Now Luya probably lives alone and has no relatives. And he, the husband, never looked for Luya at all. I wonder how Luya is living these days. Is she happy?" As he thought about Xiao Yi felt a little guilty. In milliseconds, the divine consciousness instantly spread across the entire Dragon Kingdom. But Liu Ya was not found in the Dragon Kingdom. Xiao Yi frowned. Liu, where have you been? Just as Xiao Yi was looking for Liu Ya, on the road outside the manor, a hot and beautiful assistant teacher walked into the manor with a smile, with her hands behind her back, and said with some resentment, Xiao Yi, you came to the Magic City, why didn't you come to see me? Last time during training, you said you would come to see me often, but now that we are in the Magic City, you don't even come to see me. You liar. When Xiao Yi heard the voice, he withdrew his mind and was a little stunned. He searched for Liu Ya all over the country but couldn't find her. It turned out that Liu Ya was right next to him and came to see him in person. Liu Ya clenched her white and tender fist, punched Xiao Yi on the shoulder, and said unhappily, my manor is right next to Sister Yun Bing and Sister Yun Shi. Don't you know this? You are still not my husband. You don't even know where your wife's home is. I'm angry. The corner of Xiao Yi's mouth twitched. Liu Ya is next door? He subconsciously thought that Liu Ya was somewhere else in Magic City, so he didn't look for her in the manor. No wonder he didn't find her. Xiaoqi adjusted his expression and said with a smile, Sister Liu Ya, how could that be? I know our home is next to this manor. I was planning to come find you and upgrade your talent, from a mythical talent to a great way talent. But at this moment, a handsome young man came after Liu Ya, holding a bouquet of roses in his hand, and said hurriedly, Xiao Ya, I bought you the roses you wanted. Can I have dinner with you today? Chapter 690 to Liu Ya's emotional outburst. The young man was wearing luxurious brand name clothes and his movements were very elegant. On the rose, there is a photo of Liu Ya's back walking on the road, illuminated by the bright sunshine. Liu Ya frowned slightly and turned around and said, don't follow me again. This is my second warning. I'm a married woman. I don't like a playboy like you. Xiao Yi curled the corners of his mouth. It seems that Liu Ya has been favored by this young man, and he has even followed her to her doorstep. How will Liu Ya respond then? Liu Ya took Xiao Yi's hand and said affectionately, honey, this guy is so annoying. I really want to slap him to death. The elegant young man's face froze and he looked at Xiao Yi. He discovered that Xiao Yi was wearing a black and gold combat uniform and looked too young, seemingly only about 20 years old. Suddenly, contempt appeared in the elegant young man's eyes. Liu Ya, I'll come to see you next time. To get involved in this world, you need power and background. Not just any small-time jerk can have you. After saying this, the elegant young man carried the child away. Seeing Xiao Yi smiling, Liu Ya said in surprise, Xiao Yi, that person said you were a little jerk. Why aren't you angry? Xiao Yi shrugged and said disapprovingly, why should I be angry? Why bother with a dead person? After hearing the latter sentence, Liu Ya felt that Xiao Yi was too generous, which was not good. As a result, when she said the last sentence, the corner of her mouth twitched. Xiao Yi raised his hand gently. An elegant young man who was walking on the road turned into starlight and disappeared into the air, and was reincarnated into the body of a boar. Liu Ya frowned, her beautiful eyes emitting flames. She was angry. A question mark popped up in Xiao Yi's head, and he smiled faintly. If you can't bear to part with it, I can capture his soul and light a 10,000-year-old sky lantern. Liu Ya shook her head. It's not that I'm reluctant. That person is dead. So be it. I'm just worried that you will become a person without humanity and who despises life. Xiao Yi. He and Liu Ya came to the manor next door. This manor is right next to Yun Bing Yunshi Manor. The interior decoration is fresh and elegant, and the facilities are not luxurious. It's just a bit deserted. It lacks popularity. Liu Ya sat down on the sofa familiarly, kicked off her shoes, put her feet on the table, and commanded, Xiao Yi, make me a cup of tea. The quilt needs to be dried. Take it to the backyard to dry it. There's a Wu Ling Hongguan Rocket Edition in the garage. Take a look and see if you like it. Test drive it for me. The iodized salt in the kitchen is all used up. Please buy me some more. Her little mouth was like a machine gun, uttering a lot of words in a row. Xiao Yi was numbed. He was speechless. Liu Ya, what do you think I am? A babysitter? Liu Ya bit her lip, looked at him stubbornly with her beautiful eyes, and remained silent. Xiao Yi stared at her for a few seconds, then gave in and said helplessly, okay, what else do you want me to do? Tell me everything at once and I'll do it for you all at once. Do you want your socks washed or your clothes washed? I'll do it for you. Xiao Yi went to make tea first. Liu Ya bit her lip and said tenderly, Xiao Yi, stop right there. Do I need you to do this or that for me? What I need is for you to give me a home. I have lived alone in this manor since I bought it a long time ago. It is always deserted no matter what I do. I feel like a widow, without the warm embrace of my husband, without a companion to eat with, and even when I go out shopping I get stared at by strange men. The once most beautiful teaching assistant is now in tears, with tears flowing uncontrollably from her eyes. The emotions that had been suppressed for a long time suddenly burst out like the opening of a reservoir sluice. Xiaoyi's body stiffened and he turned his head stiffly. He returned to the sofa and gently hugged Liu, saying, "I will make time to spend more time with you and live together in the future." Liu lost her parents and could not live with her family like Qing Bingxi, Nangong Xiao, Ziran, Huangfu Xiangling, Ezr, Yun Bing, Yunxi, the god of destiny, and Gu Qingcheng. Without his company, I have been living alone most of the time. After seeing the contrast with others, it is understandable to have emotions. Liu buried her head in Xiaoyi's arms, smelling his scent, and actually fell asleep. Xiaoyi was stunned. He carried Liu into the bedroom, gently placed Liu on the bed and covered her with a quilt. He sat in a chair beside the bed and watched quietly. Xiaoyi felt more and more guilty. He couldn't spare all his time to accompany these beast girls. It was like this in the past, and it would probably be the same in the future. Blue Star will be invaded by all the star races, and their situation will become even more difficult. It will be difficult to live in peace. Half an hour later, Liu moaned and opened her still hazy eyes. When she saw Xiaoyi's handsome face at first sight, she said in surprise, "Xiaoyi, why you?" As soon as she said this, she was stunned. Looking back, it seemed that it was Xiaoyi who came to see her and she cried. Liu blushed and blamed herself. "Xiaoyi, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been upset with you. You don't have to come specially to accompany me. I'm used to living alone. It doesn't matter if you don't come." Xiaoyi shook his head. "You don't have to apologize. I'm the one who should apologize." Liu got out of bed, and seemed to be enjoying the time alone with Xiaoyi, and blamed, "Really? You finally came to see me, but I fell asleep. What a waste of time. Xiaoyi, let's have dinner together." Xiaoyi nodded. Liu went into the kitchen with him. The kitchen was pitch black, like a scene from an atomic bomb explosion. Xiaoyi was a little stunned. Liu said embarrassed lie, "I like delicious food, but I can't cook. I have been studying various dishes these days, but they are either burnt or fried. But now, I can cook. It will definitely go into your mouth," she vowed. Xiaoyi smiled and said, "Then you come and cook, and I'll check your cooking skills." Liu moved, took out fresh ingredients from the freezer and started cooking the meat. The more Xiaoyi looked at it, the more outrageous it seemed to her. When she cooked the fish, she didn't even scrape the scales or clean the internal organs. She just threw it into warm water to cook. The lionfish was still alive and well, swimming in the water. From time to time, it jumped out of the water, leapt high, and splashed to water with a splash. Liu said excitedly, "Xiaoyi, this fish is so active. The fish soup cooked from it will definitely taste delicious. Wait 10 minutes, I'll be there soon." Xiaoyi. 10 minutes later, Liu looked at the still lively fish in the boiling water and fell into deep thought. Xiaoyi pulled Liu out of the kitchen, sat at the dining table, and asked, "Liu, you live here alone, what do you usually eat?" Liu smiled and said, "I want to eat at Sister Yun Bing and Sister Yunxi's place. I have never cooked before." Xiaoyi. He was helpless and said, "For this meal, I will prepare the dishes. It will only be ready in 10 seconds. It's quick." Liu's eyes lit up. "You mean that?" Chapter 693. Liu's heart, not isn't hide. Xiaoyi nodded and waved his hand. The original power of the galaxy realm of creation flows and emerges in the air, one after another. Magical powers that created the galaxy realm poured out. On the table, red-made dishes made from ingredients from ferocious beasts and demonic plants from the galaxy realm were created. 10 seconds later, on the table, 3 dishes and a soup are freshly prepared. Very ordinary dishes, all home-cooked. However, these dishes all exude a strong power of the galaxy realm's phantom spirit origin, and are made from phantom-type galaxy realm ingredients. The magical power of creation can materialize things of various attributes, including phantoms. Liu was stunned and said in surprise, "Xiaoyi, is it so convenient for you to eat? Just wave your hand and delicious food will be available. I really envy you for having this ability." Xiaoyi smiled and said, "We do this just for convenience. The usual meals are prepared by the beast girls. Although our realm is high, we have not left the worldly air. Everyone uses this ability to." Next, Xiaoyi and Liu had a very warm meal together. Half an hour later, Xiaoyi took out a space ring from his trouser pocket. pretending to be mysterious. "This is a gift I carefully prepared for you. Open it and take a look." Liuya smiled and put the ring on her finger with great anticipation, then took out a spiritual law core. The crystal clear little stones are filled with an extremely rich and pure spiritual aura. She was puzzled and asked, "What is this?" "It's cultivation resources." Xiaoyi shook his head. "This thing is called the core of the law. It is the original form of the origin of the phantom rules in the universe. It can improve the cultivation talents of the creatures in the universe. Whether it is a mythical talent or an SSS level talent, it can be improved after eating one and refining it." Liuya's pupil shrank and a look of shock appeared on her little face. "I checked the storage ring and found 999 of them, a total of 1,000 of them, lying brightly in the storage space." She was surprised and said, "This thing must have been hard to come by. There are so many of them. Things that can improve cultivation talent are all very high-end, precious and rare. Not to mention, this thing is the original form of the origin." Xiaoyi smiled and said, "I can extract it from the Emperor Realm monsters, just like extracting roll fragment crystals." "You said this thing is difficult to obtain?" Liuya opened her mouth. "Then I'll take these. It's so easy to get." She naturally put it in her pocket. Xiaoyi once again took out 10 phantom type law cores from the system space. "With these 10, I will improve your phantom talent and raise your talent from the mythical level to the avenue level. Just let go of your thoughts." Liuya nodded, put away the core of the law in her hand, and stood upright. Xiaoyi started the template adjuster. The supreme power has arrived. Not long after, Liuya's talent was upgraded to the Dao level. Liuya's understanding of the origin of the phantom spirit has deepened to a higher level, and she feels that cultivation has become much simpler. She was eager to try. "Xiaoyi, I want to practice right away. Would you like to come with me?" Xiaoyi opened a golden light door and said, "You go ahead. I still have to find the next beast girl and upgrade her talent. Come find me when you have cultivated to the cosmic level." Liuya entered the Palace of Time and Space. Xiaoyi left and sensed the location of the first queen. In the system space, there are only 80 space at review law cores left, which can help the first queen improve her talent. But she cannot give away 1,000 law cores as a gift. However, the first queen shouldn't mind. The aura of the first queen is actually in the White Horse Galaxy, not in the Blue Star. What is she doing? Going to that place? Xiaoyi used instant teleportation. His figure disappeared from the Blue Star and appeared in the White Horse Galaxy next to the Milky Way, a black king planet emitting monstrous demonic energy. The demonic energy here is overwhelming, and there is free demonic energy everywhere. Xiaoyi looked down from the sky above a huge palace where the demonic aura was the strongest. Below, the first queen walked gracefully, killing every monster she saw. All the monsters in the Demon King's palace were almost killed by her. The first queen had an indifferent expression, as if she was stepping on ants and turning the monsters into ashes. "Human Emperor, what are you doing?" she spoke out. Xiaoyi appeared beside the first queen and said in surprise, "The level of the magic beasts here is very low. The highest one is only the second stage of the Emperor realm. It seems that the White Horse Magic Sect suffered heavy losses in the battle of the Starry Sky battlefield, and its foundation was damaged. Are you here this time to eradicate the problem?" The first queen nodded. The White Horse Demon Sect no longer needs to exist. The moment they confronted Blue Star, the outcome was determined. At this time, from inside the palace, there was an ancient and primitive roar of a beast. The fluctuations of divine thought spread out. "Queen Ancestor, our White Horse Demon Sect has been defeated. All the magic beasts have withdrawn from the Milky Way and will never invade the Milky Way again. Why do you have to kill them all? You have wiped out all the bloodlines of the Demon King on our Demon King planet. You have killed all the heirs of the Demon King." The first queen snorted coldly. "Is this your last words? Are you done? If you're done, let's get on the road." The first queen and Xiaoyi rose into the air. A huge energy handprint suddenly slapped down. The huge handprint, surrounded by the divine patterns of the galaxy realm, crushed the entire palace of the Demon King like a rotten wood. The ancient monster that had just spoken fell silent all of a sudden, and remained forever silent in the ruins. After the energy handprint destroyed the entire palace, it continued to press downwards. The first queen pulled Xiaoyi into the starry sky. Bang! There was a sound. The Demon King, a huge planet filled with demonic energy, exploded like smoke. Since then, the White Horse Galaxy and the ancestral star of the demonic path have been destroyed. With the demise of the demonic ancestor star, the original bodies of the demonic rules of the Emperor realm and the demonic rules of the Star Domain realm that existed in the Demon King star were also destroyed. Xiaoyi smiled and said, "Are you happy now?" The origin of the magic rules has been destroyed. The Demon King star is gone, and the White Horse Galaxy will no longer be dominated by magic. In the future, practitioners or magic beasts with other attributes will rise up. The first queen curled her lips and said, "Of course I am happy. The White Horse Demon sect and I have been fighting for hundreds of thousands of years. Who wouldn't be happy to be able to destroy all of my former mortal enemies with my own hands? I'm so happy." As she spoke, she laughed out loud, feeling more happy and comfortable than ever before. Xiaoyi also started laughing. In the past, the first queen and the White Horse Demon sect had been fighting for 500,000 years. After suppressing the hatred for so long, the first queen took revenge today and destroyed the White Horse Demon sect. Everything has a cause and an effect. The feud is the cause, and today's outcome is the effect. It's not about right or wrong. The first queen stared blankly at the empty starry sky for a long time, and suddenly said, "Human Emperor, you came to see me suddenly. There must be something wrong. Tell me, what do you want from me?" Xiaoyi said speechlessly, "Can I come to see you if nothing happens?" The first queen rolled her eyes and said, "You can come to me. But from what I know about you, you will definitely not come to me if you are fine." Xiaoyi's old face turned red, feeling a little embarrassed. He took out 10 core laws of space attributes and said, "I will improve your talent. From a mythical talent to a great avenue talent." Chapter 690 for the dissatisfied first queen. This is, the first queen's pupils shrank in surprise. "If I'm not mistaken, this is the core of the law. In the place where the universe was born in chaos. You have to be extremely lucky to find one. You actually have 10. Xiaoyi raised his eyebrows. "Have you seen this thing?" The first queen shook her head. "I was only at the emperor level in the Milky Way before. How could I have seen such high-end things? I just heard it from my sister, the Time Queen. She knew how rare and precious this thing was, and one was enough to cause the great races in the universe to scramble for it. Even the most top-notch imperial clan in the universe is very jealous of this thing. To upgrade a mythical talent to the Avenue level, 10 law cores are needed. The Avenue level talent is so terrifying. Human Emperor, are you really willing to use this thing on me?" The first queen's eyes were sparkling. Xiaoyi took out the remaining 70 space attribute law cores from the system space, threw them to the first queen, and said generously with a wave of his hand, "10 is nothing. I still have 70. All the core laws are given to you." The first queen's pupils trembled greatly, and she was a little flattered. "There are so many words that I can't use. This thing is so rare and precious. Human Emperor, you should keep it." Yun Bing and Yun Shi are also space attribute practitioners, and they need to upgrade their talents. Xiaoyi smiled and said, "Sister Yun Bing and Sister Yun Shi's talents have been upgraded. I will give them 1,000 law cores each as snacks. If you don't want these 70 law cores, I'll keep them." He raised his hand and wanted to put the core of the law into his pocket. As a result, the first queen's face changed, and she hurriedly hugged the core of the law with both hands, glared with her beautiful eyes, and said angrily, "Okay, Human Emperor, Yun Bing and Yun Shi will each get 1,000, and you only give me 70. This difference in treatment is too big. Human Emperor, these 70 belong to me. Don't even think about taking them back." Xiaoqi was speechless and did not stop it. "I watched with my own eyes as the first queen put away the core of the law. I guess the first queen is getting jealous. And the gods will also compete for her favor." The first queen blushed when she was looked at, and pouted her lips and said, "I'll keep it for you." If Xiaoyi hadn't seen that she collected things at a speed comparable to the speed of light, he would have almost believed it. Xiaoyi smiled calmly and said, "I will upgrade your talent first, and then I will give you another 1,000. The first queen was the divine wife he could trust more. The first queen's need for affection is relatively weak. She does not need a man's company all the time like humans do. For example, Lilia wanted Xiaoyi to live with her, live together, and spend their days together. Lilia is a human being and has unique human emotions. Gods are different. They only need to accompany you at specific times. In daily life, the feelings of gods towards men are not that strong. You still have 1,000 for me?" The first queen opened her mouth so wide that a goose egg could fit, and said in surprise, "Where did you get so many law cores? Did the old man give them to you?" Xiaoyi shook his head. "Start the template adjuster and talent upgrade function." The supreme power descended from the sky and descended upon the first queen. The 10 law cores floating in the air turned into the purest energy and merged into the body of the first queen. The first queen exudes a mysterious and supreme aura. With her eyes closed, she gives people a feeling of faint majesty and tranquility. Everything in the body of the first queen, including her genetic DNA foundation, was undergoing an unprecedented transformation. In the outside world, the original body of the White Horse Galaxy's imperial space automatically emerged from the universe, and the vast body vibrated and actively moved towards the location of the first queen. In the depths of the extremely distant starry sky, the origin of space at the level of the origin of the Great Tao also awakened from its dormant state and revived in the starry sky. A supreme force of the origin of space penetrated the space and merged into the body of the first queen. The transformation of the first queen's talent finally broke through the natural obstacles and reached the avenue level. She suddenly opened her eyes and exuded the unfathomable aura of a space emperor. As she raised her hand, the space of the origin of the imperial realm space that was close to here was compressed and appeared in the palm of her hand. I want the spatial origin of the White Horse Galaxy. This is an unexpected bonus. The first queen curled her lips. Xiaoyi could feel that his spatial talent had increased slightly on the basis of the avenue level. He achieved a total of 3 breakthroughs in the transformation of his spatial talent. The founding queen of Yunbing and Yunxi. The talent transformation of each of them will be fed back to Xiaoyi, and they will all transform their talents together with Xiaoyi. At this time, Xiaoyi's talent in space was the highest. He smiled and said, "Your Majesty, how do you feel? How does the avenue level talent compare to the myth level talent?" The first queen pondered. "It just feels, it's great. My foundation has undergone another transformation and has been greatly enhanced. My talent has been upgraded, and my foundation has also been upgraded and transformed. My foundation is what determines whether I can have a long-term future." Xiaoyi nodded, took the hand of the first queen, and came to a place in the beast-hunting star domain where space energy was abundant. This is a planet where magical beasts that specialize in space attributes gather. He had no more space attribute lockers left in his pocket, so he needed to restock. Among the magical beasts on this planet, there are hundreds of those at the Star Domain realm and 4,000 at the Emperor realm, all of whom are cultivators of space attributes. It is just right for extracting fragments of spatial attribute laws. The first queen asked in confusion, "What are you doing?" "I want to practice. My talent has just been upgraded, so I must try to see how the speed of practice changes, to test the changes in the understanding of magical powers and the increase in combat power. I have the confidence that the me now can beat my previous self with one hand." Xiaoyi glanced at her. "He can also defeat the current queen with one hand. You want the law core, right? I'm here to get some now. Have you seen these space-attributed magical beasts? They are the source of the core of the law." The first queen's mouth twitched. She didn't believe it at all and rolled her eyes. "He acted like he didn't believe in you at all. You are a very bad person." Xiaoyi shrugged and raised his hand to grab it. All the space attribute monsters on this planet are captured in the world in the palm of his hand. 4,000 Emperor-level monsters and 200 star-level monsters were all imprisoned in the palm world, unable to move. As soon as Xiaoyi had a thought, a space storm raged in the world in his palm, and milliseconds passed. All the corpses of the monsters in the palm world were lying intact, all of them dead. The first queen looked at him with strange eyes, her faith wavering. "Are you really trying to obtain the core of the law? Human Emperor, are you sure you are not kidding me? The core of the law is the original form of the origin of the law, and it can only be found in the place where chaos is first born. What does it have to do with World of Warcraft?" Xiaoyi smiled. "Just watch. Start the template adjuster and the core extraction function of the rule. The supreme power has arrived." The shocking scene appeared. Chapter 695. The first queen was shocked. "I saw the monsters twitching all over. The monsters, which had already become corpses, should not have moved, but for some unknown reason, the muscle nerves were stimulated, and the passive twisting and twitching caused the muscles to twitch. The stench of decay rose from the world in the palm of the hand. The corpses of the monsters began to rot and finally turned into specks of light and dissipated. The world in the palm of my hand suddenly became empty." Xiaoyi casually took in the world in his palm. Emperor realm space attribute magical beast. Successfully extracted one lock or fragment. Star realm space attribute magical beast. Successfully extracted to lock or fragments. A series of prompts emerged. 4,400 core fragments of laws appeared in the system space. Xiaoyi once again activated the template adjuster synthesis function, and synthesized the lock or fragments into the law core. 3 fragments can be combined into one. After a moment, 1460 space attribute law cores lay sparkling in the system space. The first queen frowned, and had no idea why the corpse disappeared. She guessed, "Human Emperor, can the core of the lore really be obtained from a magical beast?" The first queen felt that Xiaoyi would not do anything without benefit, would not kill monsters out of boredom. and would not do meaningless things. Xiao Yi moved out 1,000 space at rebuke law cores from the system space. Thousands of law cores floated in the air, emitting an extremely rich power of the origin of space. He laughed and said, "How can I lie to you? These law cores are obtained from the corpses of those monsters." The first queen was dumbfounded. Her eyes widened and her face was filled with shock. The core of the law can actually be obtained from Warcraft. This is simply unbelievable and refreshes the gods' cognition. Since the core of the law is so easy to obtain, why is mythical talent so rare in the universe? And only the top cosmic emperors can be born? Etc. The first queen reacted. This method of obtaining the core of the law is most likely possessed by the human emperor. Otherwise, the core of the law would not be so precious and rare. The grandfather of the human emperor, the old man from the orphanage, is the embodiment of the great will of this universe. It is reasonable that the human emperor possesses such shocking means. Xiao Yi waved his hand in front of the stunned face of the first queen and said, "Put away all these law cores and use them for whatever you want. Eat it as a meal, eat it as a snack, or play with it. It's up to you. I will definitely give you the 1,000 law cores I promised you before. I won't break my promise." The first queen nodded and put the 1,000 law cores floating in the air into her pockets. The corners of her mouth were almost split to her ears. It shows how excited and happy she is. Human Emperor. How about we kill more monsters and split them 100 to 90? There was a golden gleam in her eyes. Xiao Yi was stunned. Has the first queen turned into a money-loving spirit? That's fine. The more of this stuff the better. But where can we get it? It's not too late to practice again when I come back. The Beast Hunter Star region is a star region belonging to the Milky Way. Too many monsters cannot be killed to avoid weakening the overall strength of the Beast Hunter Star region. The first queen raised her eyebrows and said, "Wherever there are monsters, we will catch them. There are very few imperial beasts in the Milky Way. But the universe is so big that there are countless imperial beasts. Whether it's spatial attributes or other attributes, we can never catch them all." Xiao Yi nodded. The cosmic-level divine consciousness unfolded, instantly spreading across the entire beast-hunting star domain. Not only that, it also completely covered the Andromeda star domain, next to the beast-hunting star domain. He let out a light exclamation and discovered something incredible. The Ziwei Emperor star in the beast-hunting star domain was actually gathering troops, as if they were going to fight a war. The domain master of Ziwei Emperor star seemed to be Xiao Yi's servant. Xiao Qi took the hand of the first ancestor queen and teleported to the outer space of Ziwei Emperor star. Shangguan Hong, the purple skin lord of the Ziwei Emperor star domain, is providing ideological guidance to the army before the war. He put his hands behind his back and kept talking. The army of the Andromeda star region's little fairy emperor star is heading towards our Beast Hunter star region. It will reach our Beast Hunter star region in less than 12 hours. What we have to do is to defeat and kill all the angels from the fairy emperor star. Do you have faith? Row after row, millions of neatly organized purple-skinned humans shouted in unison. Have. Defeat. Kill. 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 The 10 top-level generals at the front of the army also shouted in unison. Under the leadership of the domain master, our Beast Hunter star domain will surely dominate the entire universe. Just do it. Shangguan Hong was very satisfied with these people's reaction. He has completely secured his position as the lord of the beast-hunting star domain. 9 out of 10 generals obeyed his orders and followed his instructions completely. The only one left also trusts him very much. He completely replaced the previous domain lord as the domain lord. Xiaochard beside Shangguan Hong. The faces of the 10 generals present changed drastically and they quickly surrounded him. The first queen was ready to take action. But who would have thought that the 10 generals would clasp their fists and say respectfully, "Meet the Emperor! Meet the Emperor! We welcome the arrival of the human Emperor." Shangguan Hong knelt on one knee and said respectfully, "Shangguan Hong, welcome the Lord." The first queen was stunned. These people actually knew the human Emperor. Xiao Yi held the handrail, and a gentle force lifted Shangguan Hong up, wondering, "Shangguan Hong, do these people know me?" Shangguan Hong nodded. A look of admiration appeared in his eyes, and he praised, "The Lord destroyed the entire Void Sync clan's magic army with his own strength. We admire and are convinced." I had gathered a large army before, intending to go to Blue Star to support the Lord and fight against the Void Sync clan's magic army. But before we arrived, the magic army was completely destroyed. The 10 generals looked at him with admiration as if he were a god, and said one after another, "The Emperor is mighty and invincible." Those demonic armies have several galaxy realm masters, and their star domain realm masters number over 5,000. This force is enough to destroy our purple star Emperor star. but the human emperor destroyed them easily with his own strength. I admire him, Xiao Yi suddenly realized. The first queen frowned. When the evil Wei came, she was still in the White Horse Galaxy and did not participate in it. But the magic of the Galaxy realm will definitely not be able to do anything to the human emperor who is already at the cosmic level. Shangguan Hong said, "My lord, we are about to set off for the Andromeda Star region. Do you want to come with us?" The 10 generals had fiery eyes. If the human emperor gets involved, the beast hunting star domain will surely win. Xiao Yi nodded and said with a smile, "Let's go together. I have long wanted to see the little fairy angels in the Andromeda Star field." Shangguan Hong was overjoyed. The 10 generals were also very happy. Previously, they were confident that they could defeat the fairy angels in the Andromeda Star field, but after the battle, the Purple Star Emperor would also suffer heavy losses. But this time, with the addition of the super powerful human emperor, Zue Emperor's star will surely win a great victory and kill the Angel Legion with minimal losses. Chapter 696 The Beautiful and Holy Angel Army. Shangguan Hong and the 10 generals were very happy. Shangguan Hong asked respectfully, "My lord, how should we fight this time? Do you have any instructions?" Xiao Yi waved his hand. "Just follow your previous combat strategy. The first queen and I may not necessarily take action. If you encounter a powerful angel that you cannot defeat, we can consider taking action." Shangguan Hong nodded. It seems that the master wants to test his ability to lead the army to kill the enemy. He waved his hand, held high the Purple Star Emperor flag, and gave the order, "All troops, listen up, move out." The 10 generals led their troops and marched towards the outside of the Hunter Star region in a mighty manner. The million-strong army is powerful and has a fighting spirit. In the back, Shangguan Hong invited Queen Xiao Yi to enter the chariot, personally serve tea to the two, and describe the situation in the Andromeda Star field. There are tens of thousands of galaxies in the Andromeda Star field, and the Emperor Star among them is the little Andromeda Angel Emperor Star. The Angel Legion is also the legion led by the little Fairy Emperor Star to attack the border of our Beast Hunter Star region. According to the spies, the highest combat power of the Angel Legion is the Domination Realm. The middle-end combat power is the 100,000 Star Realm, and the low-end combat power is the Million Emperor Realm. Xiao Yi was a little surprised. The realm was not high, but the number was high. "What is the distribution of the attributes of the Angel Legion?" he asked. Shangguan Hong pondered and said, 90% of them have sacred attributes, and most of them have multiple attributes. It has space attributes, 5 elements attributes, light and dark attributes, life and destruction attributes, etc. The most famous angel Queen Kaizu is at the peak of the Domination Realm, possessing 4 attributes, divine attributes, light and dark attributes, life attributes. Left-wing Angel Bing, high-level Domination Realm, possesses divine attributes and 5 elements. Right-winged Angel Frost, high-level Master, possesses divine and supreme attributes. Left-wing Angel, right-wing Angel, King of Angels. Shachi had a strange look on his face. He was thinking of an angel king with a sacred body. However, in this universe, comprehensive strength is not improved by upgrading divine bodies generation after generation, but by advancing through realms. The first queen said with envy, "Human Emperor, there are so many angels. Why don't we just catch them all in one fell swoop? Catch them all and get the resources. If we let the Purple Star Emperor's army kill us all, how can we obtain resources?" She had previously observed the process of Xiao Yi extracting the core of the law. The corpses of those monsters were preserved very intact, so it was determined that in order to extract the core of the law, the corpses must be intact. Xiao Yi frowned. "If we kill them all, how can the Purple Star Emperor's army be trained? The Legion has been training for 10,000 years, just waiting for the day when they can achieve success and make it through. We can't do such an inhumane thing." The first queen was stunned. She didn't expect the human emperor to think so much. Shangguan Hong immediately stood up and expressed his highest respect, saying respectfully, "My lord, you are truly a beautiful jade born to be the emperor of mankind. If you form an army, I, Shangguan Hong, will be the first one willing to follow you." Xiao Yi waved his hand and said with a smile, "I have no intention of forming a legion. Besides, Queen, you don't have to worry. Even if the angel's limbs are cut off, as long as it is not completely destroyed, I will have a way to get what we want. Letting the Purple Star Emperor's army kill the enemy and we obtain resources is the same as if we killed the enemy and obtained resources ourselves." The first queen's beautiful eyes lit up, shining like a big light bulb. She found that the human emperor was becoming more and more charming. Such a human emperor is indeed worthy of her entrusting her life to. 10 minutes later, Shaoqi expanded his spiritual sense. This place was still tens of light years away from the edge of the beast-hunting star domain, which was the border that the Angel Legion was attacking. According to the army's marching speed, it will take at least 10 hours. But Xiaoyi simply didn't have that much time, so he raised his hand and waved. The vast force of space descended upon the 3 million strong army, carrying with it all of the Legion's purple star humans, demons, ferocious beasts, etc. to carry out a great space shift. Just swipe. Everyone in the Legion only felt that the scenery before their eyes changed, and then they appeared around the border of the beast-hunting star region. The 10 generals and legions were shocked. Such a long distance was reached in an instant. This kind of supreme power cannot be achieved even in the galaxy realm. Shangguan Han walked out of the chariot, came to the 10 generals, waved his hand and said, "All the generals, listen to my orders. Follow me and kill the Angel Army. Target, Angel Legion, left wing guards Ice, right wing guards Frost Angel Kinkaizu. Kill." At his command, the 10 generals all rushed towards the Angel Legion's garrison on the other side of the border. 3 million troops also followed and killed them. The Angel Army reacted quickly and adapted to the changes on the scene. They formed teams and arrays and surrounded, and killed the beast-hunting army in an organized and orderly manner. Angels are all beautiful and handsome, have wings, and are divided into different genders. The female angel wore something rather revealing, a smaller version of a JK skirt, revealing her fair and delicate collarbone, a flat belly button without a trace of fat, and a pair of extra long legs. The male angel only wore a pair of pants. The two legions used countless magical powers and skills to collide with each other, making a deafening sound. There are more than 10 attributes of magical powers, such as space attributes, spiritual attributes, 5 elements attributes, light and darkness attributes, life attributes, nothingness attributes, creation attributes, supreme attributes, destruction attributes, reincarnation attributes, ice attributes, lightning attributes, etc. The colorful energy condenses in the universe and then explodes. Kill, kill, kill. My beast-hunting army is invincible. Our Angel Legion is the strongest. The war was extremely fierce, with countless casualties in an instant. In terms of numbers, the Angel Legion has more people. In terms of formation and coordination, the Angel Legion is far superior to the Beast Hunter Legion, but the realm of the Beast Hunter Legion is generally 1 or 2 levels higher than that of the Angel Legion. Xiaoyi and the First Queen observed from the rear and found that the Beast Hunting Corps had only a slight advantage and could be killed if they made the slightest mistake. The First Queen analyzed, the Beast Hunter's army is not cooperating well and has no combined attack formation to kill the enemy. In comparison, the Angel Legion seems to be well trained and has experienced many wars. They cooperate very well. Xiaoyi nodded, turned on the template adjuster, and extracted the core fragment function of the law, and issue the command. Only the angels that died in battle are extracted, and the attributes of the core fragments of the extracted laws become the secondary attributes in the angel's body. The supreme power descended upon the entire battlefield. All the legions were unaware of anything. With their realm, they were unable to sense the arrival of the supreme power. But those angels who had died in the battle began to twitch strangely, and a stench of decay emanated from their bodies. Their bodies quickly rotted away, and finally turned into specks of light and dissipated in the starry sky. Star Realm Angel, successfully extracted to Space Lock or Fragments X200. Emperor Realm Angel, successfully extracted 1 core fragment of the Divine Attribute Law X95. Emperor Realm Angel, successfully extracted 1 5 Elements Attribute Lock, or Fragment X320. Chapter 697, 780,000 Lockcores. A series of prompt sounds rang out. In Xiaoyi's system space, core fragments of laws appeared one after another. There are all kinds of attributes, including space, 5 elements, phantom, ice and thunder, and so on, but the most common one is the sacred attribute, and the extraction function of the template adjuster is still being launched. As long as an angel falls on the battlefield, the supreme power will extract the core fragments of the law. The First Queen is still analyzing the situation. The Beast Hunter Corps has a slight advantage, but in terms of high-end combat power, 10 generals in Shangguan Hong versus the Angel King's left and right wing guards have an absolute advantage. All 10 generals are at the high level of the domination realm, and Shangguan Hong is at the 10th level of the domination realm. The Angel King is at the 10th level of the domination realm, and the 2 guards are at the high level of the domination realm. Whether in terms of numbers or individual combat power, The angels are inferior to Shangwan Hong and the 10 generals. Time passes slowly. Half an hour passed. The situation on the battlefield has entered a tense state. Both sides were really angry and killed each other blindly. More than half of the Beast Hunter Corps and the Angel Corps were killed or wounded. The high-end Angel's eye swings on the left wing were all broken, and the right-wing Angel was seriously injured and lost his combat power. The Angel King was also exhausted. If we keep fighting back and forth, it will definitely last for 10 days or half a month. But they used all their strength when they attacked, using their most powerful magical powers, which consumed a huge amount of energy. Shangwan Hong was not worried about being defeated because he had Xiaoyi and the First Queen with him, so he went all out from the beginning. The Angel King was forced to fight and had to fight with all his strength. Xiaoyi looked at the system space. More than 500,000 core fragments of laws have been collected inside, with various attributes. He stood up and said, "It's our turn to take action and end this war." The core fragments of the law have been almost collected. The First Queen's beautiful eyes lit up. How many are there? Xiaoqi calculated that 3 law core fragments can be synthesized into 1 law core, and 560,000 law core fragments can be synthesized into approximately 180,000 law cores. He smiled and said, "I have already harvested 180,000 law cores." The First Queen's beautiful eyes widened and she said in shock, "So much? I thought there were only a few thousand or so, but you harvested 180,000. Hiss, are you here to buy some goods? In this universe, probably only the human emperor has the ability to purchase the core laws in bulk." Xiaoyi waved his hand. "This is just the beginning. Many members of the Angel Legion were blown into pieces. Otherwise, I would have been able to extract them successfully. We will take action later and wipe out the Angel Army in one fell swoop. The Beast Hunters have been killing for so long. It's time to let them take a break." The First Queen nodded. The two men got out of the chariot and arrived above the starry sky battlefield. Xiaoyi used the magical powers of space confinement and space absorption. The vast force of space is coming, shrouded the entire starry battlefield. As soon as he raised his hand, the remaining 600,000 angels on the battlefield all had their bodies, minds and souls imprisoned, and were taken in through the air and brought into the world in his palm. The Beast Hunting Corps only saw that the angels who were fighting fiercely with them suddenly became unable to move, and then suddenly disappeared. They were all shocked. They could sense the great power of space. One could guess that this was the work of the human emperor, who was respected by even the domain lord's 10 generals. "Look, His Majesty the human emperor is above us, and he's taking action." Hiss. The human emperor is truly invincible. He wiped out hundreds of thousands of troops with a wave of his hand. Awesome. It's so terrifying. His Majesty the human emperor is more powerful than our general. That's true. No wonder the domain lords are so respectful to the human emperor. Such strength makes all of us admire him. In their reverent eyes, Xiaoyi was like a god of war, standing at a very high position, and his hands seemed to control the entire world. This is indeed the case in Xiaoyi's palm world. The faces of the angel legions were solemn, with fear in their hearts. They felt an unprecedented sense of powerlessness. In their vision, Xiaoyi was like a huge demon from the outer world. Looking down at them, Xiaoyi's mind moved, and a storm of destruction appeared in the world in his palm. Storms of destruction swept out one after another, wreaking havoc among the imprisoned angel legions. But after the storm of destruction passed, the bodies of the angel legions were intact, but their eyes were broken and they all lost their lives. The power of the storm of destruction is a destructive power specifically targeting the soul. Only their souls are destroyed. Their bodies are not affected. Looking at the large number of corpses of the angel army, Xiaoyi immediately activated the template adjuster and the lock or fragment extraction function. The supreme power emerged from the void and descended upon the legion of angels in the palm world. The 600,000 corpses of the angel legion all began to twitch. A foul smell emanated from their bodies, and they quickly rotted away. Finally, they turned into ashes and transformed into points of light that dissipated in the world in the palm of his hand. At the same time, a series of reminder sounds rang in Xiaoyi's ears. Star Realm Angel. Successfully extracted to core fragments of the lightning attribute law. Star Realm Angel. Successfully extracted to core fragments of the law of nothingness. Emperor Realm Angel. Successfully extracted one core fragment of the law of reincarnation attribute. A series of prompt sounds rang out continuously. 5 seconds later, the prompt sound stopped abruptly. This is all extracted. Xiaoyi probed into the system space with his spiritual sense and was surprised to find out. At this time, there are 1.8 million law core fragments in the system space. he gave the template adjuster an instruction: synthesis law core. In the system space, the core fragments of the laws are synthesized one by one. Milliseconds later, another 600,000 law cores appeared. Including the previous ones, there are a total of 780,000 law cores. This trip was fruitful and the purchase volume was very large. Xiaoyi was very happy. Holy attribute 250,000. Space system, 90,000. 5 elements attributes, 200,000. Phantom attribute, 60,000. ISAT attribute, 40,000. Light system, 50,000. Dart, 50,000. Destruction attribute, 80,000. Reincarnation attribute, 20,000. Life attribute, 30,000. Supreme attribute, 40,000. Void attribute, 70,000. Thunder attribute, 40,000. This is the core of the law, not a fragment of the core of the law. It is said that after just one trip, you will make a lot of money and your pockets will be filled to the brim. At this time, on the battlefield below, the Angel King saw that all the angel legions had disappeared and all breath of life was gone, and he became extremely furious. Ice and snow, no matter what, fight, even if we die, we must capture Shangguan Hong and these generals. Angel King Kaizu roared, and 9 pairs of wings spread out behind him, emitting an extremely powerful aura. Upon hearing this, the left-wing Angel Guard Bing, whose wings were broken, and the seriously injured right-wing Angel Guard Shuang, their eyes suddenly turned red and burst out with infodorous intent. Juster is roared, "Die! You all must die! We all perish together!" Dazzling white light shone from the left and right-wing angels, and tremendous energy rose. There was a loud bang. An explosion with huge destructive power is formed. Shangguan Hong and the 10 generals' faces suddenly changed and they quickly retreated. They reacted in time, kept their distance and used defensive powers, so they were not injured by the explosion. But after the explosion, the white light disappeared, and Shangguan Hong frowned and said, "Where is Angel King Kaizu? Did he escape?" Chapter 698 Angel King Bing. Shangguan Hong's eyes fixed, his brows furrowed. "Escape? Let's go back." The purpose of the Beast Hunter Star Territories expedition is not to destroy all the angels in the Andromeda constellation, but to repel the angel army, with the help of the Lord. This anti-invasion space war was a great victory, which is a great event worth celebrating. Instead of chasing deep into the Andromeda star field, it is better to go back and hold a banquet to celebrate the victory of the war. The angel army was completely annihilated. The left and right wings of the Angel King fell, and the angel heaven was severely damaged. It is estimated that it will take more than 2 million years to recover. For at least 2 million years, the Beast Hunter Star region will not be invaded by the Angel Legion again. Shangguan Hong brought the 10 generals to Xiaoyi and said, clasping his fists, "Master, thank you for turning the tide and directly destroying the Angel Legion, which has reduced many casualties for my Beast Hunter Legion. Will you come back with us to Ziwei Emperor Star to hold the celebration banquet?" 10 generals stood behind Shangguan Hong, their eyes full of awe. They all bowed and expressed their gratitude. Xiaoyi shook his head. "You guys go back. I have something else to do." Shangguan Hong nodded, took the 10 generals, and led the assembled beast hunting army away. They also took away the bodies of the beast hunting legion that died on the starry sky battlefield. The first queen rubbed her hands and said with a fiery look, "Human Emperor, you have obtained so many law cores. Shouldn't you share some of them with me? Hey, out of 180,000 law cores, you should at least give me 2,000. Xiaoyi smiled and used his magical power of materialization to create a space ring. "Take out 30,000 space attribute law cores from the system space and put them in." He pinched the space ring and smiled. "The number is a bit large. You must not expose it to the eyes of the creatures in the universe." The first queen nodded. "Don't worry, I understand, but the number is a bit large. How many are there?" Xiaoyi threw the space ring to her and said, "Look for yourself." The first queen took it, probed with her spiritual power, and calculated the amount in milliseconds. But when she found out the amount, she was shocked. 30,000. My dear, there are so many of them. Human Emperor, you obtained a total of 180,000, and you were willing to give me half of them. The first queen blushed. "Tell me, am I your favorite deity?" Xiaoyi shook his head. "I have obtained a total of 780,000 law cores, and 90,000 of them are spatial attributes. You, Yun Bing and Yun Shi, both have spatial attributes, so each of you will get 30,000. This time, a total of 780,000 were harvested. The first queen was stunned. "Human Emperor, you really are here to purchase goods, and it's free purchase cost. But can't you just lie to me and say you love me the most? Xiao Yi curled his lips. You are an old couple. Everyone knows who you love the least. So why do you love the most? If you think 30,000 is too many, then give me 27,000 and you can keep 3,000. The first queen waved her hands hastily. No, that won't work. Once it's in my pocket, it's mine. Don't even think about taking it back. Xiao Yi was silent. The king of angels fled and the angel legion was destroyed. The interior of Andromeda must be very empty. Why not take this opportunity to wipe out the angel heaven in one fell swoop? A question mark appeared above the first queen's head. She tried. Human emperor, are you angry? Xiao Yi remained silent. He immediately rejected the idea of killing them all. The angel army invaded the beast hunting star region, and it was no problem to catch them all in one swoop. But the angel heaven could not kill them all. If CY Emperor Star has no rivals, he will become arrogant and fall into comfort. Born in adversity, die in comfort. What Lao Tzu said still makes a lot of sense. The first queen saw that Xiao Yi remained silent and frowned from time to time. Her heart began to flutter. She took out 3,000 space at Rebu law cores from her storage ring and stored them in her own space. Then she handed the ring to Xiao Yi and said faintly, Human Emperor, I will return it to you. You are willing to give Yun Bing and Yun Shi 30,000 each, but you only give me 3,000. The difference is too big. Xiao Yi came back to his senses and waved his hand. Put it away. I have no intention of taking it back. These core laws were originally meant for you beast mother gods to use. There's a saying that goes, men earn money to support the family, and women are responsible for making money to cultivate. The first queen's face lit up with joy. She happily put away the storage ring and laughed. Human Emperor, I like to hear what you said. Xiao Yi suddenly said, let's go deep into the Andromeda Star Field and capture the ruler of the Andromeda Star Field. The Lord of the Beast Hunter Star Domain is my contracted servant. The Lord of the Andromeda Star Domain will also be controlled. The first queen responded, okay. The Andromeda Star region is close to the Beast Hunter Star region, so we should control it first to prevent it from being colonized by the Star Clan in the future. The Star Clan passed through the Andromeda Star region and invaded the Beast Hunter Star region. We can also know the signal in advance. After discussing it, the two used space teleportation to teleport over extremely long distances. In the center of the Andromeda constellation, on the star Andromeda, in the palace of the heir to the Angel King, the Angel King Bing sat alone on a high seat, with 9 pairs of wings folded behind her, and she was tall and graceful. She was wearing a miniskirt, revealing her white belly button. Other heirs to the throne were supported by thousands of people, but as for her, the palace was deserted. The gates were locked, and even people were under house arrest and could not step out of the hall. Angel King Bing looked dejected, looked up at the ceiling, and murmured, Father and Mother, I'm afraid that your daughter can't avenge you. Not only do I not have the ability to take revenge, but I have become the heir to my enemy's royal family and will soon become the body of the Angel King. In the future, the Angel King will continue to control this body of mine, and slaughter many innocent angel refugees on false charges. But suddenly, a magnetic voice sounded in her ears. Do you want to become the true king of angels and avenge your dead parents? Yes or on? Angel King Bing was startled, looked around with her beautiful eyes, and said cautiously, I don't understand what you are saying. The Angel King has been very kind to me and is my benefactor. I cannot possibly repay his kindness with hatred. Her little face was full of tension. Oh no, could it be that everything she said just now was heard? Then she will be in trouble. Ever since she was abducted by the Angel King to be his heir, she has been under surveillance and has never left the palace. Today, the Angel King led his angel army to fight in the beast hunting star domain. Only then did she feel that the secret surveillance had disappeared and she had the courage to talk to herself. Xiao Yi's handsome and tall figure appeared in the hall and said calmly, You are quite cautious. The imprisoned heir. It would be a legitimate title for him to become the king of angels in the future. Angel King Bing's expression suddenly changed, and she asked in surprise, You are a human? With this skin color? You are a human from the original ancestral planet of mankind. Chapter 699 Calling all angel leaders. Angel King Bing shook her head again. The original ancestral planet of mankind has fallen into decline. Although many cosmic level powers have emerged, they abandoned Blue Planet after plundering its luck. It is impossible for Blue Star to produce a terrifying, high-level cultivator like you. Excuse me, what can I do for you, sir? Xiao Yi was a little surprised that Angel King Bing, who had never left the house, knew so much and had a rich reserve of knowledge. I want you to inherit the position of Angel King and be my slave. He got straight to the point. Angel King Bing's pupils shrank. Her face was full of misery, and she said, "Even if you force me to agree to you, you won't succeed. I am the body of the Angel King." Xiao Yi shook his head. "I can make you the real Angel King, without being coerced by the current Angel King, and without being possessed by her. The condition is that you become my maid." Angel King Bing's expression was complicated, miserable, desolate and sad. Could she escape the tragic fate in this life? Either he will be possessed by the King of Angels, or he will be possessed by this human slave. Seeing her silence, Xiao Yi said calmly, "The King of Angels is not far from death. I will give you 1 month to reorganize the angel heaven, consolidate the position of the Angel King, and rule the entire Angel Star region." Angel King Bing was stunned. The King of Angels was assassinated in the Starry Sky battlefield? Xiao Yi smiled faintly and said, "No, she'll be here soon." Xiao Yi released a signal, which broke through the blockade of the hall like smoke and exploded above the hall. The Angel King, who was returning along the same route, saw the smoke signal and his expression suddenly changed. He flew towards the palace in a hurry. When landing in the hall, Angel King Kaizu scolded, "Who are you and what are you doing in my heaven?" Xiao Yi curled his lips. "You talk too much." He raised his hand and slapped him. The space compression magic is released instantly. The Angel King was shocked, and the space around her suddenly collapsed, and she couldn't leave this collapsing space at all and was trapped inside. Tear. The Angel King Kaizu shattered like a mirror as space collapsed. The soul and body were also shattered. Angel King Bing looked on in shock. The King of Angels, is he dead now? This human slapped the Supreme Angel King to death with just one slap. "Master, King Bing is willing to be your maid." Angel King Bing knelt down on her knees and spoke. Xiao Yi nodded. "The change was quite quick and I could see the situation clearly. Get up. There is no need for a slave contract. I want your loyalty, not your body. I'm not interested in beauty." This Angel King and his angel army all perished in the Starry Sky battlefield. "Do you understand what to do?" Xiao Yi raised his hand, and a gentle force lifted the Angel King Bing up. Angel King Bing's face was full of disbelief. "There is no need to sign a slave contract. The main thing is to have a verbal master. Don't be greedy for her body." "Thank you, Master." Angel King Bing quickly realized that she had met a noble person who helped her turn her life around. Her face was full of excitement, and she said, "Master, I will definitely do my best to inherit the Angel King within a month, and consolidate my position as the Angel King. As the heir to the Angel King, it is my right to inherit the position of Angel King. I already have a plan." At this time, outside the palace, 9 angel elders came in a flash, waiting outside the palace with serious faces. The signal just now was a signal to call on all the high-level angels. Xiao Yi sensed this scene and said calmly, "It's time for you to show your performance." With a wave of his hand, all blockades in the palace were eliminated and the palace gates were completely opened. As for the body of the Angel King, it had long been strangled to death, and as the space recovered, not a trace was left. Outside the palace, 9 angel elders entered one after another. Most of these elders are relatively old, but their aura is extremely terrifying, and they are all at the level of a master. As they stepped into the hall, they saw the Angel King Bing sitting on the high seat with a majestic face. There were 2 humans standing on both sides of the high seat. The elders saluted and bowed. "Excuse me, young master, what is the matter that has summoned us? If you have to fart, do it now." Angel King Bing frowned and said, "The Angel King and the Angel Legion, as well as the left and right guardians, have been killed in the Starry Sky battlefield. I called you here to discuss the succession ceremony of the Angel King." The angel elders' faces suddenly changed and they were shocked. "What? The Angel King is dead? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. The Queen is at the peak of the domination realm. Those people in the Beast Hunter Star region can't kill her at all." Angel King Bing's face turned cold, and she said in a cold voice, "Before the Angel King died, she sent a message to me to inherit the throne of Angel King, saying that she was about to die. If you don't believe it, use your magical powers to find out whether the Angel King is still alive." The angel elders had gloomy faces. One by one, they all used methods to contact the Angel King. Some used magical powers, and some used sound transmission. 1 minute later, the faces of every angel among the angel elders were extremely ugly. The ability to sense life, but no such person exists. The message was sent, but there was no response. Even the message sent to the captain of the angel army, and the left and right guards of the Angel King was the same. Dead. Really dead. The Angel Legion was completely annihilated. When did the Beast Hunter Corps become so powerful? They were silent for a long time. Then the great elder angel's eyes burst with murderous intent, and he snorted coldly. Everyone knows that you are the flesh puppet of the Angel King. Even if the Angel King dies, it doesn't matter. It is not your turn to inherit the position of the queen. I do have a good candidate. My grandson, who is the most suitable to be the king of angels. Upon hearing this, the other elders were all shocked and gasped. The great elder's ambition is so great that he wants to take the throne of the Angel King. The second elder said angrily, "You are talking nonsense. My granddaughter is also very suitable to be the Angel King. The Angel King has always been a female angel. You can't break the rules." The great elder curled his lips and said disdainfully, "Rules? There are no such rules. The high positions are occupied by the capable." The other 7 elders remained silent. If someone from any elder family becomes the Angel King, it will not bring any benefit to other elder families. Rather than being ridden on by others, it is better to support a new Angel King. Angel King Bing sneered. When the Angel King was alive, he only announced to the Angel Star region that I, Angel King Bing, would be the next Angel King. I, Angel King Bing, am the rightful successor to the Angel King, and if one of your people becomes the King of Angels, he will only be labeled as a reactionary and will be cursed by all the angels in the Angel Star region for thousands of years. The 7 elders nodded in agreement with her words, but the first and second elders were furious and said with murderous intent, "If you die, there will be no successor to the Angel King. Yes, you shouldn't exist." The 2 angels attacked in vain and attacked Angel King Bing. Xiao Yi's mouth twitched. He moved his wrist and said calmly, "There's no need for these 2 annoying flies to live." Chapter 700 Angel King Bing. The cosmic aura from him was released. The first and second elders who flew over were blown away by the momentum and hit the wall of the palace, spitting out 2 mouthfuls of black blood. All the elders looked horrified. Is this the galaxy realm? No, the galaxy realm does not have such a powerful aura. This is the universe realm. How is it possible? It's actually cosmic level. Angel King Bing actually has the support of a cosmic level power. The 7 elders knelt on one knee and stated their stance. I am willing to assist Angel King Bing in ascending to the position of Angel King. I am willing to do so. Your Excellency, please show some mercy and spare our lives. Me too. Xiao Yi nodded and looked at the first and second elders who had fallen to the ground. The 2 elders looked unhappy. They were just blown away by the momentum and were seriously injured, with their internal organs damaged. The gap between the domination realm and the universe level is like an insurmountable chasm. Even a single breath from the other party could cause them to suffer. The great elder looked fierce but was actually weak. He said, I am also willing to assist Angel King Bing. The second elder echoed, Angel King Bing is indeed more suitable to be the king of angels than my family. Xiao Yi smiled. He stepped forward, walking towards the first elder and the second elder step by step. The first elder and the second elder felt the powerful pressure coming and broke out in sweat. Adoration appeared in the Angel King Bing's eyes. She just said so much. But none of the elders were convinced by her. As a result, the master's action made these elders respectful. She felt that her master was the God from heaven who came to save her. Master, I will definitely ascend to the position of Angel King and consolidate my position as Angel King to serve you. I want to show my own value. I am Angel King Bing, not Ping. I have more than just a white and tender body and a face that brings disaster to the country and the people. In his eyes, Xiao Yi smiled calmly and said, Since you have made up your mind, there is no need to assist. With 2 of you it won't make much. Without 2 of you it won't make much. All of this cosmic pressure came crashing down. There was a loud bang. The space where the first elder and the second elder were located was shattered. The bodies and souls of the 2 elders were also shattered. He was completely strangled by the space crack. Xiao Yi turned around and saw the 7 elders with terrified faces. He smiled calmly. As for you, just assist Angel King Bing. If I find out that you have any hidden agenda, the fate of these 2 elders will be yours. The 7 elders were silent and assured one after another. We will definitely do our best to assist Angel King Bing. No, we will never have the slightest thought about it. Yes, the successor to the Angel King is Angel King Bing. Today, we will hold the succession ceremony and let Angel King Bing, no, the Angel Queen, take the throne. Xiao Yi nodded. Cast the thought seal from the 9-tailed heavenly fox. Thought seal, submit to Angel King Bing and protect her. All 7 elders were infected. Xiao Yi looked at the Angel King Bing and said calmly, I will come to test the results of your efforts in the future. Goodbye. First Queen, let's go. Angel King Bing knelt on the ground hurriedly and said gratefully, Master, take care. If you have any needs, you can come to King Bing, and King Bing will do its best to meet them. Xiao Yi nodded. Left with the first queen. Everything that happens next depends on Angel King Bing. If she doesn't have the ability, then even with all the help we've given her, she still won't be able to secure her position as the Angel Queen. That means this angel is really bad. On the way back, the first queen was very surprised and said, Human Emperor, the Angel King Bing is so beautiful. Don't you want to take her in? They didn't even sign a slave contract. Xiao Yi said speechless lie, do you think I am the kind of person who falls in love with every person I meet? The first queen nodded. Yes, you are it. Xiao Yi's mouth twitched and he stopped talking. The first queen pondered. I understand. You want her to take the throne and then have Angel Queen King Bing take over. Nurture. You old pervert. You are such a pervert. Her eyes were full of contempt and disdain. Xiao Yi, you think too much. The two soon returned to the blue star in the Milky Way. Xiao Yi found Shang Bingshi and was surprised to discover that she had already reached the cosmic level. Dual universe level with life attributes and destruction attributes. This means that Cheng Bingshi had been practicing during the half-day he was away. He has been practicing in the Palace of Time and Space for at least tens of millions of years. Her talent for life attributes has been upgraded to the Tao level, but her talent for destruction attributes is still at the myth level. Xiao Yi smiled and said, Bingshi, you don't need to be so anxious to practice. Wait until I raise your destructive attribute talent to the great Tao level. Then it won't be too late to practice. Cheng Bingshi smiled and said, do you think that my realm has caught up with yours? And you are not convinced? I don't need to rely on you to cultivate to the cosmic level. Xiao Yi took out a space ring, put 30,000 destruction attribute law cores and 30,000 life attribute law cores into it, and placed it in Cheng Bingshi's little hand. This is the core of the law of the two attributes. You can use it for whatever you want. Your husband and I have plenty of law cores. We can eat. Cheng Bingshi took a look and her little face was full of surprise. 30,000 life attributes and 30,000 destruction attributes. Surprisingly, there are so many. Are you going to rob? She asked in surprise. Xiao Yi shook his head. I just took a little bit of the bait and extracted the core of the law from the monster. It was easy. Cheng Bingshi was speechless. Okay, I'll take it. The first queen on the side said hurriedly, you guys chat. I wanna practice. My realm is only at the 8th level of the galaxy realm, and I want to be promoted to the cosmic level. No, the second stage of the cosmic level. I want to be the god with the highest realm. She could foresee that after the human emperor upgraded the talents of all the beast girls, their realms would experience explosive growth, and they would practice very introverted techniques. If she continued to slack off, her status as the first queen might drop to the lowest level by the end of the night. Xiao Yi nodded. Go ahead. Before the first queen entered the Hall of Time and Space, a golden light gate appeared, and the fruitful young woman Nengong Xiao jumped out, laughing. I, Nengong Xiao, am also at the cosmic level. A cosmic level with 5 elements attributes. Now my realm is not the lowest, right? I, Nengong Xiao, am also great. Nengong Xiao was very happy, with a smile all over her little face. The first queen felt even more urgent. So she directly entered the golden light gate and went into the Hall of Time and Space to practice. Xiao Yi took out a space ring and said, Saya, oh, a gift for you. 150,000 5-element attribute law cores, 30,000 for each of gold, wood, water, fire, and earth. There are also 30,000 supreme attribute law cores. Nengong Xiao took the space ring directly and said, Xiao Yi, you only gave me this little. Why don't you give me 1 billion or 10 billion at once? When I practice, I eat this, which can speed up my practice many times. It's simply a training cheat. Xiao Yi almost vomited blood and said angrily, fuck, Xiao, you are asking for too much. Bingshi only has 60,000. I gave you 180,000, and you are still not satisfied. Cheng Bingshi covered her mouth and laughed. Nengong Xiao was surprised, and the corners of her mouth curled up. Are you serious? Xiao Yi nodded. Nengong Xiao was very excited and laughed. Sister Bingshi, I told you that Xiao Yi loves me the most. He gave me so much at once, more than twice as much as you did. Chapter 701. All have great avenue level talents. Cheng Bingshi smiled and didn't respond. Nengong Xiao felt like she was punched on the upper body and smacked her lips. She raised her hand, picked up a wood attribute law core, and put it in her mouth as a snack, stuffing her cheeks until they were bulging. Ga 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 ga. Biting the core of the law feels like eating potato chips, crispy. Nengong Xiao looked very happy and said while eating, Xiao Yi, if you have time, Go kill some monsters and extract more law cores. I can eat one in 10 minutes. So I can eat 128 in a day. The 180,000 law cores you gave me were all consumed in 1,000 years. They are far from enough for me to eat. Cheng Bingshi said unhappily, you really ate this as a snack. You are really wasting something that is regarded as a treasure of the clan. Nangong Xiao stuck out her tongue. Lel. What do you care about me? My husband will earn the core of the law. And he can't eat it all at all. Cheng Bingshi slapped her forehead, feeling helpless. Xiao Yi smiled and said, eat it. You can have as much of it as you want. The time difference between the Spacetime Palace and Blue Planet is now 2.8 years per day. Since the last time I entered the Spacetime Palace, about 12 hours have passed on Blue Planet, and 140 million years have passed in the Spacetime Palace. The origin of the rules of various attributes in the super world of the Spacetime Palace is perfect. Over such a long period of time, many beasts of various attributes above the Emperor realm have been born there. Probably too many to count. Nangong Xiao's beautiful eyes lit up, and she said excitedly, Xiao Yi, let's go to the Hall of Time and Space to extract the core of the law. It's been a while since I killed ferocious beasts with you. Hearing this, Cheng Bingshi became interested. Xiao Yi, I want to go too. Xiao Yi planned for a while and said, no problem. After I upgrade the talents of each beast girl, I will take you to the Hall of Time and Space to extract the core of the law. Cheng Bingshi nodded. Nangong Xiao felt a little regretful, as she thought she could go right away. Xiao Yi took out 10 cores of the Law of Destruction attribute and cores of the Law of Supreme attribute. I will improve your talents first. Bingshi, your life talent has been upgraded to the Great Tao level, but your destruction talent has not been upgraded and is still at the mythology level. Saya, oh, your 5 elements talent has improved, but your supreme attribute has not. I'll upgrade you first now that we have enough resources for upgrade. Start the template adjuster and talent improvement function. The supreme power has arrived. Also covers Cheng Bingshi and Nangong Xiao. The core of the law of destruction and the core of the law of supreme power in Xiao Yi's hands automatically floated up. It floated into the range of supreme power and transformed into 2 streams of pure energies, which merged into the bodies of Cheng Bingshi and Nangong Xiao respectively. An aura of destruction emerged from Cheng Bingshi's body, and a space filled with only destructive energy formed around her. Nangong Xiao's supreme artistic conception became more and more noble, and her whole body seemed like a noble princess, exuding nobility. 10 minutes later, the 2 girls' talents have been upgraded. Their talents have all been upgraded to the Tao level. You guys feel the effect of the talent upgrade. I'll go upgrade the talents of the other beast girls first. After Xiao Yi finished explaining, he teleported away. First, we came to the central area of the Rule Realm, the clan territory of the Z family. Ziran's family is drinking tea. There are 3 people including Zidao and his wife, Ziran. Zidao asked expectantly, Ziran, how is the progress between you and your son-in-law? How many years will it take for you to have children? Zidao's wife nodded. While we are still young, we should give birth to a child as soon as possible. When you become stronger in the future, it will be very difficult to give birth to offspring. Ziran rolled her eyes and said impatiently, hurry. Why are you urging me? You want to have a baby so badly. I have a solution. You can still have children. Just have another one. Zidao's mouth twitched, and he said speechless lie. I'm already too old to have the energy to have a baby. Don't change the subject. My son-in-law has so many beast mothers. If you want your status in my son-in-law's heart to be better than other beast mothers, you'd better be the first to give birth to offspring with my son-in-law. In this way, you will have an advantage over other beast mothers. In the Dragon Kingdom, the eldest son is the eldest, and the first son has the right of inheritance. This is true for families, dynasties, or forces. Ziran was stunned, thinking about something. At this moment, Shachi appeared outside the gate, knocked on the door, and said with a smile, father-in-law and mother-in-law, Ziran, long time no see. Zidao was overjoyed. He appeared in front of Xiaoya in a flash, took his hand and walked into the house. Happy said, son-in-law, we were just talking about you and Ziran, and you came. Very good. We just happened to have something to tell you. Xiaoyu was puzzled. What's the matter? Ziran lowered her head, her pretty face blushing. Zidao laughed. It's nothing. Just whether you can communicate more with Ziran. Try to give birth to a son within a year. Xiaoyu was petrified. This is nothing? Such an important matter is no small matter. Xiaoyu smiled faintly and said, father-in-law, Blue Star is in crisis right now. This is not the time to talk about this. With the opening of the Wild Realm, Bluestar will not only be threatened by the wild beasts of the Wild Realm, but all the races in the universe will also come to Bluestar, and invade Bluestar by smelling the scent of the Wild Realm. Zidao was shocked. The desolate realm is so dangerous? Xiao Yi nodded. Zidao took a deep breath and said, forget it. My wife and I should go back and have another child. Ziran? Xiao Yi gave a thumbs up. Still strong despite his old age, Xiao Yi took out 2 devouring law cores and 2 destiny law cores. Activate the template adjuster to improve the talents of the Zidao couple. In just 1 second, the talents of both of them were elevated to the mythical level. The crystallization of rule fragments can also improve talents, but the effect of the law core is stronger. Zitao was shocked and said happily, I feel 5,000 years younger. The realm barrier has become as thin as paper and can be easily broken through. His realm was promoted to the quasi-emperor realm on the spot. Ziran's eyes were complicated, and she said, Mom and Dad, you are so lucky. The template level has been upgraded to the mythical level. From now on, your training will be hundreds of times easier. Zidao said solemnly, son-in-law, your father-in-law is grateful for such a great favor. If you take a fancy to any beauty in my clan, I will marry her to you. He knew that Xiao Yi liked this, otherwise he would not have married so many beast girls. Ziran? No, Lao Deng. What are you doing? How can you introduce a beautiful woman to your son-in-law in front of your daughter? Mom, look at your husband. What a jerk he is doing. Zidao's wife rolled her eyes and said, Zida, our son-in-law has very high standards. Let's not get involved in this matter. Zidao scratched his head. Xiao Yi pulled Ziran and hurried out of the house and came to the backyard. Ziran, I'm here to help you improve your talent. Ziran's eyes widened. I'm already at the mythical level. Can I still improve? Xiao Yi nodded. Take out 10 devouring law cores. The last time the Angel Legion harvested 780,000 law cores, there were relatively few devouring ones, only a few hundred. But it's enough to improve your talent. Chapter 700 in Angong Sayo kills the army of monsters. Immediately afterwards, Xiao Yi took out 10 creation law cores. He planned to upgrade Ziran's to attribute talents to the Dao level. Start the template adjuster and talent improvement function. The supreme power has come. 20 core laws transformed into the purest energy and merged into Ziran's body. Ziran closed his eyes and his body floated into the air. Mysterious feelings emerged in my heart, and I was in a mysterious state. Her whole body is in the process of transformation. The deep and mysterious aura of devouring and sacred creation emerges from his body. After a moment, Ziran was blessed with the power of the origin of the Great Tao, and his devouring talent reached the Great Tao level. The creative attribute talents have also been upgraded to the Avenue level. After Xiao Yi received the feedback, a transformation took place in his body, and the related attributes were upgraded to the Dao level. Ziran opened her eyes full of confusion. Is this a great Avenue level talent? It's so mysterious. I can't describe the feeling. Xiao Yi smiled and said, you are now at the 10th level of the Galaxy realm. When you practice, you will know the horror of the Dao level talent. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Bing Shi and Xiao are already at the cosmic level. Ziran nodded and said with a smile, Xiao Bing and Xiao Shi just informed me that they have also broken through to the cosmic level. I am now at the 10th level of the Galaxy realm, and I am only 1 step away from entering the universe level, so I am not in a hurry. My talent has been upgraded to a higher level. My training will definitely be twice as effective with half the effort, and it will save a lot of time. Cultivation is boring and requires time to accumulate. If one enters into a state of sudden enlightenment during cultivation, time will pass quickly and one's realm will rise quickly. Talents at the Dao level can easily enter a state of enlightenment, which is a wonderful state in which the mind is clear, and one cannot feel the passage of time. With a smack, Ziran kissed Xiao Yi and said in a tender voice, this is a reward for you. Xiao Yi touched his face, then carried Ziran into the villa and closed the door. 2 hours later, Ziran, with a limp body, pushed Xiao Yi out of the door, and Xiao Yi moved away instantly. Find Yun Bing and Yun Shi. These 2 beast girls have really raised their realm to the cosmic level. The speed is amazing. The cosmic level of space attributes. Xiao Yi took out the core of the thunder attribute law, and the core of the ice attribute law and handed them to Yun Bing and Yun Shi, and he upgraded the 2 women's thunder and ice talents to the Great Way level. Yun Bing put one hand around Xiao Yi's shoulders and said with a chuckle, Xiao Yi, it's been a long time since my husband and I have had a good time together. You should accompany me today. Xiao Yi rolled his eyes. You female hooligan, let me go. Now is not the time to do that. I still need to extract the core of the law. Yunshi covered her mouth and laughed. Xiao Yi, you can't escape our clutches today. Just enjoy yourself. Xiao Yi? Just at this moment, Sheng Bingshi sent a telepathic message. The demon lord of the Void Saint clan has brought his demon army to the Milky Way. Xiao Yi's expression was stern, and he broke away from Yun Bing's hand and said, I have something to do. Bye. He moved in an instant and disappeared. Yunshi smacked her lips quietly. The other side, wilderness-based city. Sheng Bingshi said seriously, Xiao Yi, the demon saint is at the 10th level of the galaxy realm. We can't let him into Blue Star. Otherwise Blue Star will be destroyed with just a thought. After the world tree was planted, Blue Star is in the process of upgrading. Now it has been upgraded to the domination level, but compared to the galaxy realm, it is still a little immature. Xiao Yi nodded. Taking Sheng Bingshi and Nan Gongxia with them, they headed to the edge of the Milky Way to block the enemy. Looking at the formation barrier that covered the entire Milky Way, Shaozi thought about it and created several materials of the 10th level of the galaxy realm, added them to the formation barrier, and raised the level of the formation barrier to the 10th level of the galaxy realm. After doing this, 2 hours had passed. Outside the Milky Way, huge armies of demons are attacking. The evil energy surged into the sky, affecting the universe. In the front is the Titan that is 100,000 meters tall, and behind it are the Warcraft in an orderly manner. Nangong Xiao's eyes lit up as she watched. Yeah, they are all the cores of the laws of walking. Come into my arms, baby. Sheng Bingshi held her forehead helplessly. Xiao, can you be normal? Nangong Xiao rubbed her hands excitedly. I'm normal. Who wouldn't be excited when seeing delicious food? Yes. Seeing her like this, Xiao Yi threw Nangong Xiao out directly, 1,000 meters in front of the demon army, and said in a voice transmission, Xiao, since you want to eat so much, I'll leave these monsters to you. Kill them all, leaving their bodies intact. I will extract the core fragments of the law. Nangong Xiao was completely confused and asked, I can't do it. There are hundreds of thousands of monsters. How can I deal with them all by myself? Sheng Bingshi smiled faintly and said, don't forget that you are cosmic level. Universe level? Nangong Xiao's eyes lit up. Yes, I am cosmic level. Come out. 5-clawed golden dragon. Yin. She transformed into a giant dragon covered in golden light. This divine dragon is covered with golden scales. Its huge dragon head is majestic, and its body is 1,000,000 meters long. A deepened majestic voice came from the dragon head. My dears, accept the judgment of the 5-clawed golden dragon. Yin. Supreme Dragon Roar reduces the opponent's overall attributes by 80, and forcibly shocks the opponent's mind for half an hour. A golden light wave burst out from the dragon's mouth. The golden light spread out at an extremely fast speed, covering hundreds of light years in the blink of an eye and spreading to the entire army of Warcraft. Swish, swish, swish. Titan's expression suddenly changed. This is a supreme dragon of the universe. Damn it. Isn't Blue Star a remote place? How could it possibly have such a supreme race of the universe? Run, run quickly. All monsters, retreat immediately. But before he could finish his words, the Titan felt that all of his attributes had dropped suddenly, and in the blink of an eye he had dropped to the 2nd level of the galaxy realm. Moreover, his mind was also severely impacted. His brain went blank, his body was stiff, and his eyes became dull. Not only the Titan, but the army of more than 200,000 Warcraft had their attributes reduced to 20 of their original value. Their minds were shocked and their consciousness was forced to be blocked for half an hour. The 5-clawed golden dragon was very excited. Oh, my dears, leave the bodies behind. Your souls are too dirty. I will help you clean them up. Full control of metallic rules. Control the origin of all metallic rules at the cosmic level and below. A faint wind spread out. The golden armor on the Warcraft army turned into a metal thorn and pierced into their hearts, making them feel cold all over. The sky supporting Titan of the 10th level in the galaxy realm was no exception. In the blink of an eye, his life was gone, his soul body was locked, and he died. The 5-clawed golden dragon said proudly, Xiao Yi, why don't you take action quickly? Do you want me to remind you? Chapter 703 World Tree Completion 99. Chapter 703 The World Tree is 99 complete. Xiao Yi starts the template adjust rule fragment extraction function. The supreme and glorious mysterious power descended from the void of the universe and covered the corpses of every magical beast that died from having its heart pierced. Under the influence of the mysterious force, the corpses seemed to be put into a furnace. They struggled as if by nerve reflex, like dead fish jumping, which looked very strange. Squeak! An extremely foul smell of decay emanated from the corpse. The five-clawed golden dragon covered its nose, swung its tail and fled from the void, muttering, "This is too smelly. It's as bad as stinky tofu that has been soaked in a manure pit for 3 months. Sigh. Speaking of stinky tofu, I'm going to have a good meal when I get home." In the reflection of gem-like pupils, corpses were suspended in the starry sky, their flesh and blood gradually rotting away, revealing pale bones. The bones were also rapidly dissipating, turning into pieces of ashes that drifted away in the void. Hundreds of thousands of Warcraft troops disappeared in large numbers. The five-clawed golden dragon roared excitedly. She knew that her husband, Xiao Yi, had already extracted the core of the law. Flying close to Xiao Yi, she looked at him expectantly, licked her lips with her dragon tongue, her eyes shining brightly, like a beautiful girl who loves snacks and is waiting for them. Xiao Yi gave a thumbs up and said, "Saya, you did a great job. Let me see how much we have gained in total." His spiritual thoughts probed into the system space. In the boundless space, pieces of brilliant chips of different colors are suspended, covering the entire system space. Like a colorful dream crystal ocean, template adjuster, synthesize. A magnificent force descended into the system space. 3 chips are combined into 1 crystal, and the synthesis is completed in less than 2 seconds. His divine thoughts scan like a super radar, and his brain, which was comparable to a super invincible computer, quickly made a statistics: 240,000 5 elements law cores, 120,000 space law cores, 50,000 dark system, 60,000 light system, 10,000 sacred attributes, 80,000 phantom attributes, 40,000 ice attributes, 150,000 destruction attributes, 120,000 life attributes, 200,000 nothingness attributes, 20,000 thunder attributes, 4,000 time attributes, and 30,000 supreme attributes. What was the harvest? The elegant and beautiful woman Cheng Bingshi chuckled. Xiao Yi replied, "Very good. Tenuo, Sayo, this is for you." He took out a space ring, loaded 100,000 5 elements law cores, and 10,000 supreme law cores into it, and threw it to the five-clawed golden dragon. The five-clawed golden dragon cancelled its transformation, and took the space ring with a smile. After Nan Gong Saya checked it, her eyes widened like big copper bells and she said in surprise, "There are 110,000 in total. There are so many that we can hardly fit them all in. Yeah. I'm going to have a good time in the next few days." Cheng Bingshi is not as stupid as Nan Gong Saya. It is impossible for an army of hundreds of thousands of monsters to produce only so few law cores. Xiao Yi didn't take out all of them because he had his own intentions. To complete the foundation of the world tree, we need the core of laws of various attributes. Killing the wild beasts in the wild world can also reveal the core of the law, but it is not as fast as extracting it from the monsters himself. Xiao Yi waved his hand, used spaced teleportation, and appeared under the world tree in Mangyuan Base City with the 2 women. Looking up, I saw that the world tree that blocked out the sun was growing very lushly, with numerous branches and leaves, and its surface was filled with a green and vibrant aura. The brilliant sunshine from the sky poured down, shrouding the numerous green leaves of the world tree, as if it were wearing a golden battle suit. Xiao Yi took out the cores of various attributes, and placed them in front of the huge trunk of the world tree. 5 elements: void, space, time, thunder, ice, phantom, supreme, light, dark, life, destruction, reincarnation, sacred. A suction force emerged from the world tree, sucking all types of law cores into the tree body. Nangong Sayo pursed her lips. All these snacks were gone, all gone. With her greedy nature, she would like to take all the core laws into her pockets. Cheng Bingshi blinked her big eyes and stared at the changes of the world tree with curiosity. The world tree that absorbed a large number of law cores became more and more real. The previous world tree was still a little illusory, and the sky-covering tree gave people an unreal feeling. But now, the world tree is emitting waves of original power, which is like a collection of the original entities of laws and principles, encompassing all kinds of origins. It has gained new vitality. The telepathy between Xiao Yi and the world tree became stronger and stronger. He stared at the world tree, and streams of information poured into his mind from the world tree. World tree core completion progress 99. Lack of the supreme origin of the universe. Once completed, the world tree will be a new universe. A complete universe perfect in every aspect. One leaf, one world, and countless worlds. Please. You collect 6,191 book 1 bar 6 and book bar. The supreme origin of the universe? Could it be in the wilderness? The last time the dean said, those creatures in the wilderness are various races in the universe before its complete collapse, and they have robbed the universe of its various assets. It seems that he must take action against the desolate world and eradicate it as soon as possible. If he could completely complete the world tree, he had a feeling that he would be the controller of the new universe. This world tree is the external form of the newborn universe. It can be moved to any place and exist anywhere. But before that, he and the beast girls must raise their realm to the highest level, so that they have the strength to eradicate the desolate world. Just at this moment, a hunchbacked old man with a cane appeared out of nowhere like a ghost. He smiled and patted Xiaoyi's shoulder, saying meaningfully, "Boy, you're going to be in trouble. The core of the law that you asked the little minion of the Void Saint clan and the Demon clan to bring back has flowed into the vision of all races in the universe. The little minion has been captured and his soul memory has been completely extracted. At this moment, 3 dominant forces among the myriad races in the universe have already come towards Blue Star, preparing to attack the desolate realm. I just informed the masters of the desolate realm of this news. They have also gathered together and are preparing to attack the world tree." Xiaoyi's eyelids twitched and his face turned dark. "Damn it. You're just trying to make trouble. I might not be able to handle 3 universe overlords. And you're even notifying those guys in the wilderness. If they attack me from both sides." The hunchbacked old man laughed and said, "It's okay. The most serious consequence is that the blue planet is destroyed. The world tree is taken away. And the creatures of the wasteland and the creatures of the universe fight each other. You and your beast mother can't die. Next. It's up to you to do what you want." He disappeared. Xiaoqi was so angry that he old man a blow on the head. This old man seems to be the big hand behind everything, pushing the development of certain things. And it seems that he will not relax until a certain goal is achieved. The desolate world was released by the old man, and the seeds of the world tree were placed by the old man on the black hole at the center of the Milky Way. It is possible that those cosmic overlords will come to attack the blue planet, and it is estimated that the old man is also pushing for it. Xiaoqi thought about how he was raised by the old man when he first came to this blue planet. So what is his relationship with the old man? As the embodiment of the great will of the universe, the old man would definitely not come to Blue Star for no reason and open an orphanage to raise a bunch of children. Xiaoyi had inquired about it, and found out that the welfare home was established by the old man when he was still a baby. It seemed that the old man opened the welfare orphanage just to raise him. Xiaoyi. By the way, the system, there is another system in his head. What is the relationship between it and the old man? Chapter 700 For the Eve of the War. Could this system be given by the dean? Could it be that the purpose of the old man pushing everything is to allow him to repair the trees all over the world, form a new universe, and then take it for himself? Xiaoqi had a vague feeling that the truth of all this would soon come to light. Gathering his thoughts, Xiaoyi said, "Saya, Bingshi, summon all beast girl spirits. Enter the palace of time and space, and raise your realm to the great Tao level. If possible, raise your realm to the highest level." At this time, almost all of them are at the cosmic level. Above the cosmic level, there is the avenue level, and behind the avenue level is the controller of the universe. In a universe, the one with the highest realm is the controller of the universe, and only one person can be born in a universe. The palace of time and space is a supercontinent, which is not in the same form as the countless planets in the universe. It is equivalent to piling up all the planets in the universe to form a super large continent without boundaries. In the palace of time and space, there are various origins of the universe. If all the beast girls can master the origins of the avenues, they will reach the avenue level. As for the controller of the universe, Xiaoyi didn't know whether he could be promoted in the palace of time and space. Open the golden portal. Xiaoyi took Nangong Xiao and Shen Bingshi into the palace of time and space. The beast girls and gods on the blue planet also received the news, and were given the authority to enter the palace of time and space, so they took the initiative to open the portal and enter. In the atmosphere of Blue Star, the dean saw Xiaoyi's actions and sighed. "Brother, it's time for you to return to your place. Last time, you destroyed yourself in order to protect the birth of my universe, and you even sacrificed your own universe. This time, I will do my best to help you successfully birth a new universe and become the controller of the new universe." Those weathered eyes seemed to be reminiscing, revealing a hint of fatigue and loneliness. 2 seconds later, he chuckled, and his fatigue and loneliness completely disappeared, replaced by excitement and excitement. "Brother, you rejected all women in the past and lived as a bachelor for several trillion eras. You have no attachment to women and don't care about the destruction of the universe. But in this life, I want you to have a family and be attached to the outside world, so that if something like that happens again, you won't be so impulsive. You already have more than 10 beast mothers. When they give birth to a bunch of big fat boys, they will call me uncle. The hunchbacked old man muttered to himself, lost in an emotional quagmire, becoming more and more excited as he spoke. After talking for half an hour, he was suddenly startled. If the eldest brother regains his memory, what will he call him? Should I call him grandson or elder brother? How about we just talk about our own affairs? I call you grandson and you call me Xiaohuan? Thoughts completed, he glanced towards the void of the universe. His gaze penetrated the space and he saw at a glance the 3 overload-level armies that had assembled in the depths of the universe. They are entering the super time and space teleportation array in an orderly manner, and being teleported to the cosmic void outside the Hunter Star region. He withdrew his gaze and stared towards the entrance to the wasteland over the Pacific Ocean. The scene of the Wild Beast Lord gathering the Wild Beast army came into view. The super hall in the center of the Palace of Time and Space. Xiaoyi and more than a dozen beast girl spirits gathered here. He sat in the main seat, his face serious, his eyes sweeping over each of his wives. Sure enough, the realm of each wife has broken through from the Starsea realm and reached the first stage of the universe level. There are 3 stages in the universe level, and each stage has 10 small stages. The cosmic level cultivation resources are the cosmic level original power. You can also use the Tao level original power for cross-level cultivation, which can achieve twice the result with half the effort, especially the Beast Girl's talent, which has been upgraded to the Avenue level. The speed of cultivation will only be faster than before. He is now at the 4th level of the first stage of the universe, 2.8 billion years in the Palace of Time and Space, and 1 day in Blue Star time. He looked around and spoke slowly. This time, our goal is to raise our realm to the peak of the Great Tao level. As for the highest status and realm in the universe, the controller of the universe, it depends on everyone's fate and luck. Mu Qingzu, Time Queen. You two are time types, and you can speed up the passage of time by 100,000 times. It depends on whether you can be promoted to the master of the universe. And my dear wives, I will be watching your cultivation the entire time. If you have any needs, please let me know in time and I will do my best to meet them. You don't have to run around the continent for this training. I will directly use my authority to summon the universe-level origin entities and avenue-level origin entities of your corresponding attributes and awaken them. Please, you collect 6191 Book 1 Bar, 6N Book Bar, Cheng Bingxi, Nangong Saya, Yiziar, Ziran, Huangfu Xiangling, Liu Yao, Gu Qingcheng, Mu Qingzu, Yun Bing, Yunxi, the gods of destiny, the empress of time, the gods of reincarnation, and the ancestor empress. There are 14 wives in total. All of them are beautiful, with fair skin and pretty faces. Each has her own temperament and personality. There is also a human form of the star beast, the little maid Zhang Zunan. They fully agreed and supported Xiaoyi's plan. Xiaoyi stood up and led 14 beautiful wives and maids out of the super hall and came to the super plaza. He used his authority to summon cosmic-level original entities and avenue-level original entities of various attributes. Huge original entities whose full features could not be seen appeared above the super plaza, occupying all directions of the sky, front, back, left and right. Xiaoyi used his authority to wake up. Powerful and pure original power spread out from various original bodies. Xiaoyi Kersang wives and maids were standing in the square. They felt that they were being washed by the original power of various attributes and they felt unable to stand steadily. Oops! Nangong Xiao fell into Xiaoyi's arms. Huangfu Xiangling curled the corner of her mouth and threw herself on Xiaoyi's back. Ziran, Gu Qingcheng, Yun Bing and Yun Shi all showed pain on their faces. They were still only at the first stage of the universe level, facing the impact of the higher level avenue level rule source power. Their bodies could hardly hold on. In particular, there are various original entities in the sky above here, and the original power of some attributes has a restraining effect on them. Xiaoyi mobilized his authority to separate the original bodies one by one, forming independent spaces, and block the various spreading original forces within the independent spaces. In an instant, the 14 beast girls, gods, wives and maids felt relaxed and breathed a sigh of relief. Xiaoyi smiled and said, "You find an independent space with corresponding attributes, and I will give you the right to enter and exit freely. Let's start practicing." Many beast girl spirits nodded their heads, flew up with the and entered their own independent training spaces, where they sat cross-legged. The little maid Zhang Zunan took up piles of cultivation resources from her own storage space, placed them on the square, and transformed into a giant star beast to begin practicing. Xiao Yi looked at this scene, nodded with satisfaction, raised his hand and added a 100,000 times time acceleration plugin to Chengbingshi. Chapter 705 Avenue Level. The practice time is very long and boring. Xiao Yi is just a seasoning, satisfying the needs of many beast girls and gods when they are bored after training. In the blink of an eye, 30,000 years passed. Mu Qingzu and the Time Queen broke through and reached the second stage of the universe. With Xiao Yi's 100,000 times time acceleration, Shengbingshi broke through 10 small levels in succession, and reached the second stage of the universe level. The other beast girls have just managed to break through a small level, and this is still based on their previous accumulation. That gap is like a natural chasm. What surprised Shangzunin actually broke through to the 8th level of the first stage of the universe level. Without time acceleration, he broke through 4 small levels at once through his own efforts. Universe level, avenue level talents. It takes about 30 million years to break through a realm in the first stage. From this we can see that with the promotion to the cosmic level, no matter how many ancient forces there are in the universe and how many ancient eras they have existed, the number of cosmic level existence is still very rare, and each one is a super figure famous in the universe. If there is a cosmic level existence within the clan, it is a first-class force in the universe. If there is a great way level existence within the clan, it is a force that dominates the universe. Mu Qingzu stopped practicing and had some affectionate time with Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi experienced the gentleness and dominance of the once arrogant daughter. Then he had some affectionate time with the Time Queen. Xiao Yi saw that Chengbing had never stopped practicing since she started, and she was tireless and worked very hard. He gave her a 500,000 times time acceleration effect. What takes others 1 year is 500,000 years for her. After reaching the second stage of the universe level, Xiao Yi's realm also improved accordingly, and the time acceleration he could perform increased from 100,000 times to 500,000 times. Mu Qingzu and the Time Queen continued to practice. Time passes slowly. 1 million years passed. Mu Qingzu, the Time Empress Chengbingshi, is under the effect of 500,000 times time acceleration. It has been practiced for 50 billion years. Their realm has reached the perfection of the 10th stage of the 3rd stage of the universe level, and they are just one step away from entering the avenue level. The other beast girls and gods reached the 3rd level of the first stage of the universe level, before they were promoted to a small level. This gap is so huge that you can't catch up, even if you try your best. In the Palace of Time and Space, 3.8 billion years pass while only 1 day passes on the blue planet. In these 1 million years, only a few minutes pass on the blue planet, which is just the time it takes to pee. Just when Xiao Yi thought that Mu Qingzu and Time Empress Chengbingshi would naturally break through to the Tao level, the 3 women suddenly stopped practicing. They all came to Xiao Yi, biting their lips and hesitating to say something. Looking at the 3 stunning beauties with different temperaments staring at him with a tangled look on their faces, Xiao Yi smiled faintly. "What's wrong? Did you encounter any problems in your cultivation?" The 3 women nodded. Mu Qingzhao said in a trance, "The great Tao level, the perfect state without any flaws. If we want to reach this perfect state, we must abandon the distracting thoughts in our hearts. My life in this world is not yet complete, and there are regrets." Time Queen Chengbingshi seemed to understand, as they had encountered the same problem. The Tao level is the highest realm in the universe. To control the origin of the Tao, one must have no distracting thoughts, be perfect in the world, and have a clear mind. Even the slightest distracting thought may result in failure in breaking through and making no progress, or going astray and losing one's mind, both of which will require reincarnation in cultivation. Xiao Yi sighed. The beast girls have regrets and no perfection in this world. He understands. With so many beast girls, how could she not have regrets marrying a man like him? He also did not give these beast girls enough joy and happiness. The time spent with each beast girl is very short. This means that it is very difficult for these beast girls to break through the avenue level, and it is very difficult to achieve perfection in the world. Xiao Yi asked patiently, "Bingshi Qingzu, Time Queen, do you have any regrets?" The ethereal and hot-bodied Empress of Time took a step forward, staring at Xiao Yi closely, and said, "It's very simple. I need a grand wedding with you. As a god, I don't have much attachment to the secular world in the universe. I can abandon everything except my feelings for you." Xiao Yi was speechless. The Time Queen's request was indeed simple. He should have given her a grand wedding. "Okay. Once the matter in the wilderness realm is resolved, I will definitely give you a grand wedding." If the old man hadn't pushed the wilderness realm and the universe overlord level forces to attack Blue Star, We might have held this wedding a long time ago. After getting a satisfactory answer, the Time Queen smiled. She believed in Xiaoyi, and she believed that Xiaoyi would definitely do what he said. Please. You collect 6,191 book 1 bar 6 and book bar. Xiaoyi sighed again. Before the wedding, the Time Queen would not be able to break through to the avenue level. The avenue level is indeed very difficult to reach. One needs to get rid of all worldly distractions and achieve perfection. But the Time Queen smiled, flew up, and entered the independent space of the origin of the avenue of time. The brilliant power of time burst out from his body, and the mysterious and obscure origin of time permeated his whole body, and his aura grew stronger step by step. Time reaches the origin, and the endless power of the origin is absorbed into the body. As if a thunderclap had struck, a supreme aura burst out from the body of the Time Empress. Avenue level, accomplished. Xiaoyi signed a contract with the Time Empress, received feedback, and his realm was promoted to the Dao level. He looked shocked. That wedding did not take place, but the Time Empress was able to break through to the avenue level. Does the Time Queen trust him so much? He only said one sentence, that there would be a grand wedding, and the distracting thoughts in the Time Queen's mind were resolved. Gazing at the Time Empress in the sky, Xiaoyi felt the deep love from her. Mu Qingzhu and Sheng Bingshi bit their lower lips with their silver teeth. The regrets in their hearts are not so easy to make up for or resolve. They are not gods, but human beings with the most complex emotions. Xiaoyi smiled and said, "Relax. If you have any distracting thoughts, just bring them up." Mu Qingzhu was not confident enough. "Xiaoyi, Blue Star will be in danger soon. I want to bring my parents to live in the Palace of Time and Space. Is that okay?" She knew that the Palace of Time and Space was Xiaoyi's private world and no one else was allowed to interfere. This request, in her opinion, was excessive. Moreover, Xiaoyi's feelings for her seemed very shallow. Xiaoyi was stunned. "That's it? No problem." He thought it was some extremely difficult regret to resolve, but it turned out to be so simple. Mu Qingzhu asked in surprise, "Really?" Xiaoyi nodded. "I have long wanted to move my wife's parents, including all the residents of Dragon Country, to the supercontinent of Palace of Time and Space. The supercontinent of the Palace of Time and Space is so huge that it has no boundaries. It has sufficient source power of various attributes. We just need to set permissions to prevent them from entering or approaching the super palace." Mu Qingzhu smiled happily and said, "Thank you. I will move all the land of Dragon Country to the supercontinent right now. From now on, the dragon people will be the residents of our supercontinent. My parents are still the mayors of the Demon City base city." Xiaoyi responded, "Let's go together." Mu Qingzhu alone is enough to perform such a feat of moving the Dragon Kingdom continent, but to move it into the Palace of Time and Space, Xiaoyi's authority is needed. Chapter 706, Make up for regrets and achieve perfection in life. Through the golden portal, Xiaoyi and Mu Qingzhou appeared above the Dragon Kingdom. At this time, the Dragon Kingdom was wrapped in the huge branches and leaves of the World Tree to resist the invasion of the corrupt rolls of the wilderness. The next step is to move the Dragon Kingdom continent into the Palace of Time and Space and place it in a certain area of the supercontinent. Move the entire mainland and Dragon Country in. The people of Long Country can still live very comfortably and can still develop prosperously, but in the supercontinent of the Palace of Time and Space, there are only humans from the Dragon Kingdom, and the rest are monsters. Mu Qingzhou, you looked at each other. Right now, Xiaoyi waved his sleeves, and a powerful force of space swept out, covering the entire planet in milliseconds. Just moving to the mainland. At their level, they can lift a continent with just one hand. Next, a shocking scene appeared. The Dragon Kingdom continent miraculously rose into the air, passed over the World Tree, and hovered in the sky, becoming a floating continent. Xiaoyi used his authority to suck the Dragon Kingdom continent into the Palace of Time and Space. It is located on a fertile plain in the east of the supercontinent, where the highest level of magical beasts around is only quasi-emperor level. Settle all of this. Xiaoji seized the rules of Earth to control the vacant land on Blue Star and created a continent out of thin air to fill it. After the filling was completed, the Blue Star returned to its previous appearance. But the dragon people are gone. The World Tree is still there in that area, exuding a strong breath of life, with lush branches and leaves covering the entire blue planet. This World Tree is the prototype of the universe. The core of the law will give birth to origins of various levels. Every leaf will give birth to a world. It is also needed to attract the desolate world and all races in the universe. Xiaoyi did not directly put it into the supercontinent of the Palace of Time and Space. Xiao Yi calculated the time and found that only 15 minutes had passed on blue stars since they started to enter the Hall of Time and Space to practice. There are no wild beasts coming out of the cracks in the wild world to cause trouble. The three cosmic overlord level forces have not yet arrived in the Milky Way. There is still time. Re-enter the Palace of Time and Space. Xiao Yi adjusted the time. For him who is at the Tao level, the ratio of the time flow rate in the Palace of Space and time to that of the blue planet can be adjusted to 40 billion years to 1 day. This difference in the speed of time flow is very terrifying. 1 second on the blue planet is equivalent to millions of years in the Palace of Time and Space. Instantly move to the Super Palace Square. Look up at the sky. Mu Qingzu has been promoted to the Tao level. During the 2 seconds when he filled the continent on Blue Star, a long time had passed in the Palace of Time and Space. The Avenue level is divided into 3 levels. The first level is to come into contact with the rules of the Tao and apply the rules of the Tao. The second level is to come into contact with the origin of the Tao with corresponding attributes and apply the origin of the Tao. The third level is to control the origin of the Tao. The cultivation to this level depends on understanding. If one has a high level of comprehension, one may reach the third level in an instant. If you have a low level of comprehension, you may stop at the first level for the rest of your life. Mu Qingzu and the Time Empress are currently in the late first level and can apply the rules of the Avenue of Time. Xiao Yi put his arm around Cheng Bingshi's shoulders and said, "Sister, if you have any worries, please tell me." Cheng Bingshi rolled her eyes. "I'm not your sister, Xing. You know that I am the queen, and I have the status of a queen, but I don't have the strength of a queen. My ability is not worthy of the position. But I don't want to give up this wife." Xiao Yi's mouth twitched. Why is this girl still entangled in this? Who says that the queen must be of the highest level and have the strongest ability? Each beast girl has her own excellence and advantages in all aspects. Cheng Bingshi wants to surpass all beast girls in every aspect. How is that possible? Xiao Yi said, "Bingshi, your skills in managing personnel are excellent. Look, there are so many beast girls under your management. There is no trouble. Everything is in order and they live in harmony. No one among all the beast girls can match your ability. To be the queen, it's enough to be able to manage people. You don't have to be excellent in every aspect." Cheng Bingshi's dim eyes became brighter and brighter. "It seems like I am about to understand." Xiao Qi added fuel to the fire and praised without reservation. "You are better than the queens of previous dynasties. Those concubines were either scheming against each other every day, and those queens couldn't manage them all. But what about you? Under your management, our beast girls not only have no intrigue, but are living in harmony and prosperity. Bingshi, actually, your distracting thoughts are unnecessary. Everyone recognizes you and listens to you." As Xiao Yi spoke, the original loss on Cheng Bingshi's face completely disappeared, and was replaced by a strong sense of confidence. She said firmly, "I understand. I am indeed the most suitable beast girl to be the main wife. I don't need to be excellent in every aspect." The smile on Xiao Yi's face became more and more intense. This girl finally got it. He slapped Cheng Bingshi on her hips and said, "Go ahead, let me meet you, the Grand Master of the Imperial Court." Cheng Bingshi blushed and muttered, "I'll deal with you later." She flew up, hovering between the main bodies of the Avenue of Life and the Avenue of Destruction, releasing her own aura with a bang, and began to accumulate strength to break through the Avenue level. In just 2 days, she had crossed that step and reached the Tao level of 2 attributes. Mu Qingzu and the Time Queen have very strong comprehension, and are already at the perfect stage of the first level of the Great Tao. Xiao Yi opened the authority of the Palace of Time and Space, allowing the origin of the Great Tao to open up everything, so that Mu Qingzu, the Time Empress Cheng Bingshi, could have an epiphany. Next, he used time acceleration tens of millions of times on all the other beast girls and gods. It has the blessing of accelerating time tens of millions of times. The cultivation speed of all the other beast girls and gods increased by tens of millions of miles a day, and their realms rose rapidly. Only 3 million years had passed. All beast girls and gods have reached the 3rd stage of cosmic perfection. The god of reincarnation and the god of destiny directly broke through to the Tao level, with no distractions or regrets in their hearts, and their life in the world was perfect. But there are still 9 beast girls who need Xiao Yi to solve their regrets and distractions. First is Nan Gong Xiao. What Xiao Yi didn't expect was that she actually wanted a lot of coarse knacks of the laws, and her cooking skills to reach the Blue Star World level. These 2 requirements are easy to meet for Xiao Yi, who is now at the Tao level. After traveling around the supercontinent, he killed tens of millions of magical beasts at the galaxy level, and obtained 30 million law cores. all of which were handed over to Nangongsayo. Nangongsayo's mouth almost split to her ears from laughing. Her cooking skills have reached world-class level. With her great talent and understanding, if you give her to cooking books, she will automatically understand them and her cooking skills will improve rapidly. Regrets and distractions are thrown away. Nangongsayo continued to practice and reached the Dao level. Ziran's regret is that she wanted to leave a child for her parents. Xiaoyi agreed. For the next period of time, he stayed with Ziran day and night, working in the altar every day. Finally, 2 years after she spent in the Temple of Time and Space, she became pregnant. It's a girl. 100 years later, a girl was born with a scream, and it was an astonishing sight. Ziran smiled happily and handed the baby girl to her parents in the east of the supercontinent, asking them to raise her. Ziran achieved a natural breakthrough to the Dao level. Chapter 707. All beast girls have reached the avenue level. The regret of Hanghao's queen Gu Qingcheng is that she wants to spend her honeymoon with him. This surprised Xiao Yi and also made him feel a little guilty. Once, after marrying Gu Qingcheng, he entered the realm of rules to save the Z family holy clan and fight against the Yaoing imperial clan. Everything was very tight and there was no free time at all to accompany Gu Qingcheng, the new bride. Later, Gu Qingcheng and the soul of the predecessor of the god of destiny, Gu Qingcheng, fell into death again. So he, Xiao Yi, really owed these beast girls a lot. Next, Xiao Yi and Gu Qingcheng, like a fairy couple, traveled around the supercontinent in the palace of time and space. The supercontinent is so large that it is now comparable to a universe. The two traveled through a vast area of hundreds of thousands of light years, including plains, abysses, underwater caves, swamps, islands, forests, etc. They saw the beautiful mountains and rivers, and expressed their longing for a better future. They also went to the Dragon Kingdom together, tried all kinds of food, and met all kinds of people. After 10 years, I returned to Hanghao's base city for the last time, met Gu Qingcheng's parents, and lived happily together for another year. After the New Year's Eve dinner, Gu Qingcheng and Xiao Yi looked at the fireworks all over Hanghao's, blooming in the bright night sky, and snuggled up to each other, like the happiest and most blessed couple. Suddenly, an aura of enlightenment emerged from Gu Qingcheng. She flew up and quickly returned to the independent training space above the super hall. The aura of destiny on his body became more condensed and profound. Avenue level. Accomplished. The world of mortals was perfect and without regrets. It took Gu Qingcheng only 3 seconds to break through the Dao level and ascend to the Dao fruit position. Xiao Yi returned to the super hall. All the beast girls and gods were not practicing. Instead, they were happily cooking. The chef was Nangongsayo again. They prepared a table full of delicious food and various gifts. Their faces were filled with happy smiles and the atmosphere was very warm. The moment Xiao Yi stepped into the super hall, bang, 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 smoke was set off all around, shooting up into the sky. The colorful smoke formed brilliant patterns in the sky, like beautiful paintings. All kinds of pleasant and sweet sounds rang in my ears. Husband, welcome home. Hubby, it's time for the New Year's Eve dinner. Master, Zunan made some steamed glutinous rice balls for you. Stupid, why you act so late? You bastard, you're not coming home tonight, right? Looking around, he saw 14 gorgeous wives, each with their own expressions, sitting around the round table, waiting to take him back. Gu Qingcheng, who had just broken through to the avenue level, was also there. Cheng Bing, she patted the main seat. Xiao Yi sat down in response, picked up the chopsticks, and waved his hand, saying, "Eat." The kites and swallows are singing. With their sweet voices, the beast girl gods played together and the atmosphere was very cheerful. Every wife enjoyed the meal very much. After dinner, Xiaoqi accompanied all the beast girl spirits to the Dragon Kingdom continent to watch the smoke. Xiaoqi could see the genuine happiness and joy on the faces of his 14 wives. Happy time flies by quickly. Soon, the next day arrived. What Xiao Yi didn't expect was Yun Bing, Yun Shi, Yi Zier, Huang Fu Xiangling, Zhang Zunan, and Liu Ya. These beast girls who had not yet made up for their regrets, unexpectedly managed to break through to the avenue level. Xiao Yi thought for a long time and summed it up in one sentence. The company of yesterday's New Year's Eve dinner made these beast girls enlightened. No matter how many regrets you have, as long as the important people in your heart are still there, those regrets are not regrets. Cherish the people around you. At this moment, all the beast mother spirits have broken through to the Dao level. The Time Queen and Mu Qingzu have been promoted to the second level, the Dao level. If this speed were to be made known to others, it would probably shock the entire universe. In just 100 years, They had leapt to a new level, and their combat power had been enhanced to a cosmic level. But Xiaoyi knew that this breakthrough speed was inevitable. The talents of all beast girls have been upgraded to the Great Road level, which is a dramatic improvement compared to the mythical level. He also used his authority to open up the origins of various great ways, allowing all the beast girls to gain enlightenment, practice and break through the original power and the power of rules without any hindrance. If it were in the outer universe, how could it be so easy for people to comprehend the origin of those great ways and absorb the power of the origin for cultivation? How can one allow someone to practice endlessly and recklessly next to his own body? The ancient forces must collect all kinds of ancient treasures that contain the original power of the rules of the Great Way. The realm reaches the second level, the Great Tao. Xiaoyi used 50 million times time acceleration, covering all the beast girls. The training of the beast girls is further accelerated. Time passes slowly. Millions and millions of years passed in the palace of time and space. The Dragon Kingdom, which was relocated to somewhere in the east of the supercontinent, also gave birth to many powerful people. Not surprisingly, these powerful men are all relatives of Xiaoyi's wives. The physical talents of these relatives reached the top level of mythical level as Xiaoyi's beast girls' realm improved. They broke through the Emperor realm, Star Domain realm, Domination realm, and Galaxy realm, became the most powerful family and force in Dragon Country. Other people from the Dragon Country also broke through to the Emperor realm Star Domain with the help of various perfect resources of the supercontinent. The overall strength is improving step by step. Xiaoyi allowed them to develop and become stronger. The authority has been set up to isolate the super hall within a radius of 10,000 light years, and these people cannot step into it. Maintaining the absolute quietness of the super hall. 10 million years passed. The realms of all of Xiaoyi's beast girls have broken through to the third level of the Avenue level. Mu Qingzu's realm as the Time Empress Cheng Bingxi has even reached the perfection of the third level of the Dao level. The third level of the Avenue level is to control various avenues. Xiaoyi received feedback and improved synchronously. The beast girls were in control of a single or dual attributes, but he was in control of all attributes. This control is different from the authority to use the Palace of Time and Space. The authority of the Palace of Time and Space is the external force of the treasure, but controlling the various attributes is his own ability. He can now speak and create the world with just a thought. Control of time, control of space, and all other attributes, rejuvenation, resurrection of the dead, etc. are all just a matter of a wave of the hand for him. Mu Qingzu, the Time Queen, and Cheng Bingxi returned to Xiaoyi's side. The three of them have now reached the highest level and can no longer break through. But Xiaoyi had a hunch. His realm will not stop at the Dao level. If all the beast girls reach the third level of perfection at the Dao level, he will be promoted to the status and realm of the controller of the universe. Xiaoyi calculated the time. Less than 20 million years had passed in the Palace of Time and Space, and less than half an hour had passed on Blue Star. By the time all the beast girls reached the Avenue level of perfection, it may not even be an hour on Blue Star. After he became the master of the universe, it's time to purge the cosmic overlords that invaded the blue planet from the desolate realm, then complete the world tree completely. Finally, he grabbed the dean and asked him about all the causes and consequences, his identity, Xiaoyi, the origin of the system, the world tree, and so on. Chapter 708, Master of the Universe, the finale, the outside world, the desolate world of Blue Star. The 4 Avenue level masters have gathered all the wild beasts in the wild world. The total number is as high as 100,000. The realm of each wild beast is above the galaxy realm, and corrupt rules flow through their bodies. The rules of normal people, such as the 5 elements rules, are full of vitality. But the various attribute rules of these wild beasts are full of death. It's like the opposite of the rules, in a constant state of decay. Facing the army of wild beasts, the 4 great overlords spoke majestically. The seal of the desolate world has been lifted. We don't have much time left. If we can't get the origin of the world tree, all of our desolate beasts will perish one by one under the rejection and infection of the rules of the outside universe. The desolate world will also collapse and disintegrate within 100 years due to the various rules of the outside universe. It is better to rise up than to live in disgrace. This is our first and last action in the wilderness realm. Whether we can get rid of our identity as a wild beast depends on our success or failure this time. Wild Beast Army, set off. Who. The 4 great overlords, leading a huge army of 100,000 wild beasts, marched out of the wild world in a grand manner, and were exposed to the rules of the blue planet and the universe. As soon as they came out, they felt unwell all over. and their scales and body surfaces showed signs of decay. In particular, the blue star is completely covered by the branches and leaves of the world tree, filled with the unique purification factor of the world tree. The expressions of the wild beast legion and the four overlords suddenly changed. In this environment, even a wild beast from the galaxy realm would be seriously injured and covered with festering if it didn't die after staying there for a whole day. The four overlords roared, and the four decaying rules of time, space, fate and cause and effect spread out, dispersing the purifying factors around them. Goal: destroy the eastern world tree. The ancient forces of this universe have actually arrived as well? Oh no. They are coming for us. As soon as they gave the order, they realized something was wrong. In the universe outside the blue star, fleets of ancient forces are suspended. Leading the way are the ancestors of the three over-level forces in this universe, all of whom are super bosses at the first level of the Tao level. The ancestors of the three overlord level forces saw the situation on Blue Star and were all very excited. They said, "There are hundreds of thousands of wild beasts. Each one is a treasure. Desolate beasts are just the scum that survived from the previous universe. Each of them is a walking core of the law. There is actually another world tree that is in its growth stage and has not yet matured. This is a treasure comparable to the entire universe. We are so lucky. First, kill the wild beast, then move the world tree, and divide the harvest among the three of us." They seem to have a very good understanding on this matter. It is not yet time to distribute the benefits, and they seem very united. All three of them knew that compared to the core of the law, the world tree was obviously more precious, rare, and more tempting. The world tree, that's a universe. At this time, the four great overlords of the wild beasts led the wild beast army to the starry sky outside the blue planet and roared, Kill all these people. The world tree will only belong to us, and no one else is allowed to touch it." The lord of the wild beasts changed his mind. He originally planned to take down the world tree directly, but these ancient forces obviously would not let him succeed. Therefore, it is better to clear away the obstacles first, kill or drive away the ancient forces, and then take down the world tree. Roar, roar, roar. The four great wild beast masters started a battle with the three great Tao-level ancestors. The army of wild beasts began to fight with the fleet of the ancient overlord-level forces. The old Dean in the dark watched with a smile, and had no intention of stopping it. This battle was initiated by him. He waved his sleeves lightly, and a mysterious energy covered the blue star, protecting it from the aftermath of the war. "Brother, it's time for your memory to recover." The three great ancestors and the four overlords displayed their magical powers according to the corrupt rules: time, space, cause and effect, destiny, the five elements, the supreme phantom. One after another of the great magical powers caused the Milky Way to collapse in an instant, and the Hunter star field also gradually collapsed. Normally speaking, the attributes of the four overlords have an inherent crushing advantage over the attributes of the three great ancestors, but under the invasion of the rules of the universe, their combat power was greatly reduced, and they were actually on par with the three great ancestors. Just at this moment, the golden light gate appeared. Waves of majestic and supreme aura descended, and the three great ancestors, the four overlords, all the ancient fleets and the wild beast legions and beasts at the scene, all lost their minds in an instant and their faces changed drastically. They felt the supreme pressure and irresistible momentum. The three great ancestors said in astonishment, "Tao level, the third level, no doubt about it. Facing these auras is like facing the origin of the great Tao. It makes people unable to resist." The four overlords froze, their faces pale and their hearts filled with fear. They are the first level down from the third level of the former universe's Avenue level. At the first feeling, they sensed that these auras are the perfection of the third level of the Avenue level. The most perfect and complete one is the one who controls the origin of the Tao. Xiao Yi led the beast girl spirits and walked out of the golden light gate, revealing their figures. Xiao Ying is now the master of the universe. All the beast girls have reached the third level of perfection. This is the result of continuing to accelerate the time in the Palace of Time and Space by 100 million times, that practicing in the Palace of Time and Space for 30 million years. When added up, it is 300 billion years. Shami looked calmly at the three ancestors and four masters who were as quiet as cicadas, and said, "Die." With just one word, all the Avenue level rules that he possessed were revealed. The four overlords and the three great ancestors collapsed from the source, as if they had never appeared, never been born, and were wiped out by various great rules before they were born, including three fleets and an army of wild beasts. It also disappeared like dust in an instant. the starry sky suddenly became empty. Xiao Yi looked at the destroyed Beast Hunter star field in the Milky Way and waved his hand, and the magical power of time and space roared out. Time and space have regressed. The Beast Hunter star region of the Milky Way returned to normal in the blink of an eye. The previous collapse and destruction seemed as if it had never happened. The 14 Beast Girl wives watched quietly. They didn't need to do anything for such a small matter. Xiao Yi glanced at Blue Star. He raised his hand, rubbed the desolate world in his palm, and ravaged it hard. Then, it was thrown into the World Tree. The World Tree received the most important core completion and was completely revitalized. The trunk and branches grew and spread wildly, covering the entire galaxy. From leaf to leaf, worlds were born, and within the worlds, primitive races and innate gods were born. Each branch contains the long river of time and space, flowing within the World Tree. Inside the trunk, Tao-level original entities of various attributes were born. The core of the World Tree gradually beats. Xiao Yi frowned. The World Tree has not yet been fully completed. There is still one last step left. But, the desolate world is not enough? In his mind, the golden light dot that was lingering in the depths of his sea of consciousness suddenly popped out, emitting a mechanical, cold voice. The system's main body, the World Tree, has been detected. Is it fused? Xiao Yi was stunned. This system was actually separated from the World Tree. The system suddenly transmitted an extremely huge memory into Xiao Yi's mind. With Xiao Yi's current realm and spiritual awareness, he could easily sort out this memory. He suddenly realized he had a complete understanding of his identity, his relationship with the Dean, the origin of the system, and the relationship between the World Tree and the wilderness. He, in his previous life, was the controller of another universe. He has no children, no partner, no family, and has lived alone for hundreds of millions of epochs. One day, a new universe was witnessed to be born. But this new universe could not be fully formed due to insufficient foundation. He was slightly interested and took action. Help this new universe to condense the Great Will condensation, that is, the Dean. Then use various cosmic origins to perfect this new universe, and completely form and give birth to it. However, the universe he was in caused dissatisfaction among the predecessors of the rulers of the wilderness because it had taken out too much of the origin of the universe, causing them huge losses in interests. The innate gods of the predecessors of the universe launched a fight against him. In that battle, the universe he controlled was completely destroyed. Afterwards, those innate gods plundered many of the origins of the universe, led their own forces, fled into the divine realm, and used their great magical powers to seal it. But the universe has already decayed and collapsed, and all living things born in the universe will die with the complete decay of the universe. The sealed rules of the divine world became corrupt and turned into a desolate world, and the innate gods became the masters of the desolate beasts. The World Tree was created by Xiao Yi's previous life using the last source of the universe to form a World Tree seed. System is a kind of cosmic chaotic origin within the seed of the World Tree. It was given to him by the Dean after he came of age in this life. For the old Dean, he has a lot of this origin of chaos and he is not greedy or jealous. The system was a treasure to Xiao Yi in the past. It was a tool for his counterattack and rise, and it was of vital importance. But to the old Dean, it was just a source of chaos. Xiao Yi turned his head and glanced, and said speechless lie. Xiao Huan, why don't you come out? How long are you going to hide? The old Dean appeared with a smile on his face and said excitedly, Brother, you finally recovered your memory. Xiao Huan missed you so much. The hunchbacked old man threw himself into Xiao Yi's arms, crying and sobbing. Xiao Yi pushed it away with disdain and said unhappily, Get lost. I like women, not gays. Have you seen my wives? Call me sister-in-law. The hunchbacked old man's face flushed, and he managed to say, Hello, sisters-in-law.